And we welcome you guys live here to Final Yard Football on YouTube. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hey, welcome in, Danielle. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel once again. Calling play-by-play Thursday night football tonight. We have the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens for this matchup here. As far as the line for this game, the Ravens are 17-point favorites in tonight's matchup going up against the New York Jets. New York Jets without a key couple of their components in the defense, as safety Jamal Adams has been rolled out for this game. Also, defensive tackle Quinnen Williams is also out for tonight's matchup for the New York Jets. So those two positions will take a big-time hit when they try to take on Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore Ravens offense tonight. The Ravens, right now, they're currently first in the AFC, 11-2 record as they currently lead the conference, and all they need to do is they just need to basically secure one more win, and they go in as a first-round bye into the playoffs. As I'll be calling play-by-play this game. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by over on YouTube, over on Sportscaster for this matchup tonight here with Thursday Night Football. As we'll be having kickoff in around 2 to 3 minutes or so. This one going down at M&T Bank Stadium, home of the Baltimore Ravens for tonight's matchup. Welcome, guys, over to the stream. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by here on the channel tonight. Who you guys got, let me know in the chat as well down below. Hey, what is good? Vegas Vixasack, what is good? He is on his other account. Hey, welcome in. So, awesome, man. So that's his new account right there. Get to see his other account. That's awesome, dude. Alright, so we're going to be kicking off in a couple moments. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here. This game is on Fox, the last Thursday night football game, by the way, to end the season. Hey, welcome in, Patrick, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Welcome in, Patrick, right now over to the channel. Lamar Jackson on fire right now, #1 in the MVP race, as these are his numbers. 28 touchdown passes to 6 interceptions. He has also over 1,000 rushing yards, 1,017 rushing yards alongside 7 rushing touchdowns so far this season. What an incredible year for Lamar Jackson at quarterback. This Baltimore Ravens team, they just keep winning and winning and winning. They haven't lost since all the way back, I think that was week 4 against the Cleveland Browns was their last loss, 40-25. Patrick putting in the chat, he's got Baltimore in this one. Yes, I get the Ravens as well. I get the Ravens pretty easily in this game. If I had to predict this game, I would have picked the Ravens. I'll predict the score here. I'll say Baltimore 38, the Jets 14. So that's what I would pick here for the score. So over that 20 points, 17-point line there. So I think the Ravens will cover in this game as far as the spread too. Vegas Vic's putting he hopes that the Jets beats the Ravens. That would help the Patriots for sure, but they'd have to wish for the Ravens to just keep on losing and for the Patriots to pass them, which is kind of difficult at this stage of the season. But the Patriots have two games that they can basically should be able to win those 2 games against the Bengals on Sunday and against the Dolphins to close out the season. The game against the Buffalo Bills, that one is up in the air as far as if they come and if they're able to have an offense by that point. Hey, welcome in on Sportscaster, Pace Me Austin. Thanks so much for dropping by over on Sportscaster. By the way, Jets rushing defense ranking #2 in the NFL right now, behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the best rushing defense so far in the NFL, only allowing their opponents to 78 rushing yards per game. Patrick with a low-scoring game, 24-13, the Ravens over the Jets. Yeah, that could be possible too. These Thursday night games, these type of games are suspect to injuries and stuff like that. Baltimore could play a different style, pace of game that they usually. Instead, what they do on Sundays, Baltimore could come in here and play a different game, rush the football constantly, just possess the football for tons and tons of minutes, 35, 40 minutes or so, and then just walk away with a victory like the Vikings did against the Redskins earlier this season on Thursday Night Football. I think that final score was 19-9. But yeah, usually these Thursday night games have been lower scoring games throughout the year compared to the actual Sunday games. And the best thing for Lamar Jackson for tonight has to be just don't go crazy with the football. That's what I have to say here about Lamar Jackson. You don't want to injure yourself in this style of game tonight since it's a couple of days earlier than Sunday. Hey, welcome in, Brent, my man. Thanks so much for joining me back here. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for stopping by as we get ready to kick off this football in just a moment. Ravens versus Jets. Baltimore will kick this ball off to the New York Jets to start. Vegas Vic's putting Lamar Jackson definitely front runner. Yep, he is definitely the front runner for MVP. Russell Wilson was in second, but Russell Wilson's kind of trailed off the past couple weeks, especially on Sunday night's game against the Rams. They didn't do so hot. This ball gets kicked to the back of the end zone. Here they go, returning Ty Montgomery past the left side, past the 25, dragged down just around the 30-yard line. So that's where New York will get the football first as Sam Darnold and company comes out. And I'll start off the offense here for the New York Jets. Darnold this season, 9 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. Last 5 games, though, he's got himself a 4-1 record alongside 2 rushing touchdowns. Unfortunate for Sam Darnold, though, was that he came down with mono at the early stage of the season. Missed, like, almost a month or so of action. Missed week 3 against the Patriots, where they had to have Luke Falk in as quarterback, and he missed the following week against, or week 5 against Philly. Darnold takes the snap, first snap, passes left side, short to Robbie Anderson, that one complete. About a gain of 5 in the catch. So he's out around the 35. Jets offense at the very bottom of the NFL when they go up against one of the top scoring offenses this season, the Baltimore Ravens. This could be a headache of a matchup for the Jets, but anything is possible on the Thursday night type of game. We saw it with college basketball the other night. Texas Tech with 3 losses, coming in and they beat Louisville. Ace formation, Bell finally healthy in the backfield. They take the snap, hand off to Bell. Bell, stutter step up the middle, nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up now a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 as we approach the first minute through this game right now with 14 minutes left to go in the first quarter. This Ravens defense just has increased week after week after week. They have been impressive so far this season. So here comes up a 3rd and 5. Hey, welcome over on Sportscaster. Going for gold. Thanks so much for stopping by. Shotgun formation as Sam Darnold is from the gun. He's got Montgomery lined up to the right side. Bell to the left. He takes the snap. Back to pass. Darnold in the pocket. Darnold pump fakes. Tries to avoid the pressure. Steps up. Delivers. That ball is well short. And it's incomplete. And it'll bring up now a punting situation. So not a good start for the Jets. Only 5 yards on the first drive. And it will result in a 3 and out. Are there any injuries on either teams as of right now? Yeah, they got quite a few on the Jets. Safety Jamal Adams and defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. Those are 2 main components in the defense. And they are out for this game. Running back Bilal Powell, he is also out. Cornerback Brian Poole, as this snap is punted away by Lack Edwards, the punter by the Jets. Long punt to the 15, and that's where the Ravens will fair catch it. So Baltimore will have the football right back in just a moment here. They'll start out at their own 15. Wide receiver Demaryius Thomas is not playing tonight either. He is inactive as he has been like questionable each week for injuries, but he has played every week besides this week where he won't be playing. And also cornerback Arthur Maulet. He is also injured in this game. He has been rolled out. For the Ravens, tight end David Andrews will be playing. He is active tonight. He was listed questionable with a knee injury this week, but he will be playing. But offensive tackle Ronnie Staley, he is dealing with a concussion, so he will not be playing tonight. Hey, welcome back, Methanol, over to the channel here on Sportscaster. Right side pass. That one complete to Hayden Hurst. Bulldozes over a man at the 30 and dragged down at the 35-yard line. Gets the first down on the first pass by Lamar Jackson. Gain of 15 on the pickup. Hayden Hurst, the big tight end, picks up the first down on the grab. So great start right there by Baltimore. Vegas Vic's pointing out tight ends for the Ravens. Yeah, they've been unstoppable this season. Mark Andrews has had a phenomenal year. I think he leads tight ends with 7 touchdown receptions. Nick Boyle, Hayden Hurst, they have a triple threat right there for tight ends so far this year. They go from the pistol. They got Willie Snead in motion as they going to go quarterback keeper towards the left side. Here goes Jackson past the 40. 45 down left sideline, past midfield, out of bounds at the 46-yard line at Jets territory. Let's see here. Back to the chat. Brent saying, oh, no problem, man. Sorry he hasn't been around. The new guy he trained at work quit, though, so he's finally back on 3rd. He has to work 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. every day. Also turned 24 on Tuesday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Brent. Vegas Vix's birthday was yesterday, by the way, so we got some December birthdays in here in the chat. But hey, no problem, man. Hopefully everything is going well. Sorry to hear that with a new guy at work quit. That's too bad there. I've had quite a week at work too. First and 10, 12 minutes left to go. Jackson dropped the snap, but was able to hand it off over to Ingram. Gain of 5 and a pickup to the 40. Hey, welcome in Alex over on Sportscaster. What is up? What is going on? Long time no see. Thanks so much, man, for joining me back here over on Sportscaster tonight. Yep, Vegas Vic's just like he said, the tight ends. Yeah, these tight ends are good. Really good. They have a triple threat as far as tight ends here. So, yeah, Vegas Vic's turned 17 yesterday. Brent turned 24. This is pretty cool, guys. So, we got some birthdays in here in the chat. Hopefully, everything went well with you you guys' with your birthdays. Hopefully, it's the best birthday yet. Jackson takes a snap, pass across the middle. First down in the catch. Willie Snead trying to pick up more. Down the right sideline, 30. Tripped up around the 25-yard line and picks up the first down. This Ravens team just gashing out this Jets defense so far today. Lamar Jackson's got two different throwing motions, too. Like, if he can throw it, when he throws it underneath sometime to, like, escape the pressure, he'll go sidearm some of those times. As we got 11 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Hey, welcome in, Danielle. Thanks so much for dropping by over here. There was a big pickup a couple moments ago. First play of the game, like a 20-yard pass to tight end Nick Boyle. But the Ravens now have the football at the 25 of Jets territory. Lamar Jackson with a huge run as well on the second play of the game. Timeout taken by the Ravens. So Ravens take an early timeout with 10:43 left to go in the first quarter. So let's see here, just taking a look at the numbers so far in this game. Lamar Jackson, perfect passing, 2 for 2. 34 passing yards so far by Jackson. Lamar Jackson with a 20-yard rush as well. He has 2 carries for 25 total yards. Hayden Hurst with a 19-yard pickup on the reception. Willie Snead with a 15-yard catch. And as far as the Jets, nothing really going on offensively. Their first drive, it was only 5 yards total, and then it was resulted in a 3-and-out. Hey, welcome in, Danielle. Thanks so much for joining me back here, Danielle. First and 10 with 10:43 left to go in the first. Ravens with the football at the 25 of Jets territory. They go in the pistol. Jackson takes a snap, and he'll go quarterback keeper down the left sideline here. Jackson tries to get the edge, but the Jets defense does it nicely to get the angle. Cuts him out of bounds for only a gain of 1. Yeah, that's my only concern here with this type of game with Lamar Jackson. Coming off a short week, you don't really want to see him, like, rush the football, like, 15, 20 times in a game. I don't want to see him run the ball. Just go into this game, pound the rock with Mark Ingram, get this game over with. You don't need to run against this team constantly. Hey, welcome in, Go Blue. Thanks so much for stopping by on Sportscaster right now. I appreciate it. Alright, so 2nd and 8 coming up as we approach the 10-minute mark left to go in the first quarter. Yes, Patrick pointing out Celtics against the 76ers. That's going to be a good game tonight as they are playing each other right now. That pass by Jackson over to Mark Andrews right at the first down marker. We're going to see where they spot that football. The refs will spot it just shy. Just shy, so a pickup of 9 on the pass. As it'll be a 3rd and inches coming up for the Ravens. 3rd and inches coming up. We'll get to, like, the NBA scores as well in a couple minutes. Kemba Walker, by the way, went off in yesterday's game for the Celtics. He scored 44 last night. 3rd and short coming up here. The Ravens take the snap. Jackson hands off to Ingram, bouncing off a tackler. Second effort. He's got it, taking it to the 11-yard line on the carry as he's got a gain of 4. Wow, nice second effort by Mark Ingram off the handoff by Lamar Jackson. He was stopped for about a yard shy before the first down marker. He just bounced off the contact and then took it past the first down marker for about a gain of 4. So, yeah, Ryan Griffin, Ryan Khalil, and C.J. Mosley on the injured reserve now for the New York Jets. And they got more players out tonight. Quinnen Williams, Jamal Adams in the secondary also. Chuma Adoga and Demaryius Thomas. Lots of players out for the Jets. They've been battling with injuries throughout the long term of the season. Jackson now with the football from the gun at the 11. Takes the snap. Hands it. Oh, he's going to go quarterback keeper here. Tries to get down the right side. Pass the 10. Oh, big shot he took. at the 7-yard line, but Lamar Jackson able to bounce back to his feet. And, wow, that was a big shot you just took right there by the Jets defender, but glad to see Lamar Jackson got back up in no time. They've run it a couple of times with those quarterback design draws off the play action. It's so tough to defend that football, too. It's so tough to defend that football with Lamar Jackson, the type of jerseys that the Ravens wear. That could prove to be a hindrance in there as well to opponents also, because the color of the football going with the Baltimore jersey is dark and dark. Jackson takes the snap. He hands it off left side to Ingram. Ingram tries to get to the end zone, and he does. It's going to be a touchdown. Great start by the Ravens, almost halfway through, by the way. This first quarter, 7:49 left to go in the first quarter, and the Ravens strike first in their first drive of the game. 6-zip Baltimore, just like that, going down the field. And they did it multiple ways on that drive, too. Lamar Jackson, a little bit of rushing. Mark Ingram, a couple of rushing there. And then 5 first downs in that drive. So what a great start here by the Ravens tonight. In the pregame, I was expecting the Ravens to just like pound the Jets in tonight's game. I can't even believe this is like a nationally televised game. This is like one of those college football bowl games that they'll be having. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. This one is up, this one is through by Justin Tucker. 7-zip the score just like that. Oh man, this is going to be like one of those bowl games like Boston College against Cincinnati, because BC has a record of 6-6. And I think Cincinnati has a record of 10-2. And they're going to be taking on each other in a bowl game for college football right after New Year's. But right now we're on commercial break. We'll head right back over to the stream in a couple minutes here. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone, as we're on Sportscaster. We're on YouTube tonight calling play-by-play. So yeah, just like that, Baltimore starts it off with a football first drive and score right into the end zone just like that. So great start by the Baltimore Ravens. We'll see if the Jets can get anything like possible going offensively right back after this commercial break. Perfect start for Lamar Jackson. 3 for 3 passing, 41 passing yards, and 27 yards on the ground. Ingram finishes off with a rushing touchdown of a 6-yard rushing touchdown. Ingram 2 carries, 11 yards. Yep, Brent putting this game is just going to be sad. It's going to be like watching a murder in slow motion. Yep. Classic beatdown tonight. If any of you guys had asked me before the game or so, who would I be betting on, I would have told you to take take Baltimore to cover the spread for this game tonight. I think the Ravens are 17-point favorites. They should be able to cover that, I see, rather easily. The only reason why is because of like the Thursday night football type of game. Sometimes those can be outliers there. Hey, welcome in Alex from DMV Sportsnet. Thanks so much for stopping by, my man. It's going pretty well here. It's only 7-zip, though. Tons of time to see if the Jets can turn it around. Right now on the commercial break, Celtics looking great at home so far, up 26-18 against the Philadelphia 76ers with about 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. By the way, Kemba Walker already with 12 points tonight. For Kemba Walker, he has been phenomenal during these past 2 nights. Kemba Walker has just been completely lights out for the Boston Celtics. Let's see here. Kemba Walker, in the past 2 nights, has scored. He dropped 44 last night, so Kemba Walker now has 56 total points in the last 2 nights. That's insane, and this is only in the first quarter right now between the Celtics and the 76ers. So 56 points total in the last 2 nights, and that is basically 1 game and 7 minutes of the next game being played. James Harden, though, was outstanding. I think last night he dropped, I think it was like 55 points against the Cavaliers. Lamar Jackson right now, phenomenal too. 1,044 rushing yards so far this season. They kick off this football to the Jets at the 5-yard line. Takes it past the 15 to the 20 to the 30, past the 30, and dragged down around the 35. On the return by Ty Montgomery. Vegas Vic's pointing out he has a feeling that the Buffalo Bills are going to be a tough team to beat for the Patriots. Yeah, same with me, man. I think the Patriots are going to have trouble. Their offense is just kept on, like, sputtering, just kept on going downhill. Like, I honestly wish that Josh Gordon was back, because he's been playing really well for, like, Seattle. He hasn't got, like, a ton of volume for the Seattle Seahawks as far as targets, but He plays a great role into that receiving core. When asked to be needed there, like a third down, move the chains type of receiver. That screen pass over to Ty Montgomery picks up about a gain of 5 for the Jets. Brings up about a 2nd and 5 from the 40. Okay, to play there. Yeah, I think that's going to be another close game, I feel. Like a low-scoring game between the Patriots and the Bills. Something that'll probably be like something I'd guess to be around like 19 to 17. Kind of reminiscent of the last time or so. 2nd and 5 coming up. It all determines on Josh Allen's quarterback play. If he's able to protect the football, it could be a totally different game. Buffalo has a chance. Le'Veon Bell. There he goes with a run past midfield to the 45-yard line. Picks up a first down for the Jets. Let's hear Alex pointing out everybody at his school wearing a Ravens jersey. And then he yelled, "Let's go Browns." That's too funny there. Oh, man, it's too bad. Browns had so much hype this season. It's too bad. Their head coach really spoiled it for their team this year. They're going to have to go out and get a new head coach. 1st and 10 for the Jets at the 44 Baltimore territory. Darnold takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, releases, left side. That one complete. Diving catch and on the bounce at the 32. They get it for the first down. It's a practice squad receiver for the New York Jets. His name is Vincent Smith. As he just hauled in his 2nd target of the game, just picked up the first down from it. Yep, Demaryius Thomas, Antonio Brown, and Josh Gordon. That was the dream. And now Tom has to play with all the young guys, and it just hasn't transpired into much. Philip Dorsett was great, week number 1 against Pittsburgh, but that was basically it. Like, I thought that this, like, after week 1 against Pittsburgh, I thought that this could be, like, Dorsett's breakout season. And then he's done absolutely nothing for the Patriots ever since. Here's a run. Ty Montgomery up the middle. He gets stopped right back at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. It's coming up there. Henry Anderson to stuff him right at the line of scrimmage to make the tackle. 2nd and 9. This first quarter winding down pretty fast. 5:40 left to go in the first quarter. It's gone by pretty quick so far. 2nd and 9 here for the Jets. Jets at the 31-yard line. They go from the shotgun formation. Darnold has Bell lined up to the left. 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Darnold takes the snap from the gun. Back to pass in the pocket. Darnold releases right side. That one tipped, deflected. It's incomplete. Marcus Peters shut down all over that one, and that's incomplete. Yes, Brent pointing out Mohamed Sanu hasn't done much either, yeah. I feel like Mohamed Sanu is, like, really hurt. Like, I feel like the reason why Mohamed Sanu hasn't been able to get great separation for the Patriots is because he has some type of injury that's, like, lingering him, and they, like, need him to play because they're down so many receivers that they really do need Mohamed Sanu to play. 3rd and 9 coming up now for the Jets. They're at their 31-yard line of the Ravens territory. Darnold from the gun. He's got Bell lined up to the left side. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Darnold flushed out. And he's going to step back as the pressure came. That one's incomplete. Didn't even go past the line of scrimmage either. There was a receiver in the territory. So they'll just say it's incomplete. No intentional grounding. As Vincent Smith was close to the football. But what pressure there by Baltimore. Yes, Vegas Vic's pointing out N'Keal Harry is improving. Patriots got to give him some more snaps. Yeah, I think he got like 6 or 7 snaps in the last game or something really low. They need to give him more opportunities. Here comes on Sam Ficken for the field goal from the left hash here for the Jets. 49-yarder to snap the hole. This kick is low. It's gonna be no good. Well too low by Sam Ficken from 49. He had the accuracy. It was just the distance. Not enough power in a kick. Oh, that just came off as... It wasn't tipped or anything. It was just weird how he kicked it. The ball was just wobbling through. It wasn't like a... Wasn't going like how it usually goes normally with a field goal unit operation there. That one was a wobbly kick, and that's why it ended up short. I don't even think it was tipped, though, at the line, though. So, yeah, right now in the commercial break, no points for the Jets off the missed field goal. Sam Ficken had the distance from 49. It's just, Sam Ficken had the accuracy, just not enough power there in the kick. It was way, way low. So, yeah, definitely. I like to see N'Keal Harry get some more snaps. Hopefully, Brady and Myers, I hope they can get on the same page because Jacoby Myers has just been a drop cause this season. He's young. He can be somebody for the Patriots to be very valuable for like the next couple seasons. If he's able to develop and learn from his drops and be able to secure the football and just not drop the ball like he's been doing, he can definitely be a great wide receiver later during his time with the team. Also, James White. I'd really like to see James White get some more snaps. James White's been huge as far as running back, and I'd like to see him get some more targets out of the backfield, too. Like, last year when they took on the Chargers in the playoffs, James White I think he got like 15 receptions in that game against the Chargers. He was all over the field against the Chargers. I wish they got him like a good amount of volume, because he's such a great running back to catch the ball out of the backfield. He's also a good running back to run the football, too. He's got a really good burst of speed, good vision, good cuts, but when they've been going with Sony Michel, I mean, Sony Michel just doesn't have that breakaway speed, and he got benched in the second half last week because unfortunately he just wasn't playing well at all. That's how the season's gone for Sony. But let's see here. Right now, Alex pointing out, will I do a halftime performance in the playoffs? Maybe someday, man. Maybe someday. Probably the basketball channel first. Once I hit 1,000 on the basketball channel, maybe I'll do it there. Yeah, Vegas Vic's pointing out, somebody got to stop the Ravens. Yes. Somebody really needs to stop the Ravens. And it'll be interesting to see where the Patriots even line up in the playoffs. I think they'll still hopefully have enough to be the number 2 seed, but if they keep on losing like they have been, they'll be playing the first weekend. So Jackson takes a snap back to pass across the middle. Too high. That one incomplete. Intended for Mark Andrews just after midfield, just a little bit too high off the fingertips. Is that ball tipped off the field goal? Oh, yeah. Okay, wow. So, Patrick Ricard, the fullback, was the one who tipped this. So that's why that kick didn't have enough power, was tipped. It was tipped briefly off, like, the very top of the fingertip by Patrick Ricard. So, 5:04 left to go in the first quarter. Ravens with a football to go from the gun. They take the snap. Jackson hands off right side over to Ingram. Big run here. 40, 45 past midfield. 45, 40 of Jets territory. 35 dragged down at the 32-yard line. A huge run by Mark Ingram, and somebody needs to stop this Ravens offense. And it's not the Jets tonight. 0 answers for the Gang Green tonight. That's just a huge hole that Mark Ingram went through. Got all his lead blockers out in front. That would be fantastic if we could see the Patriots run the football like that. We haven't seen that. I've only seen that once the entire season. Yes, LeGarrette Blount is still a free agent. They should really get him back. That's a run up the middle to about the 30. Gain of 2 on the carry. I'd like to see LeGarrette Blount back. The Blount smoking opposing defenders and bulldozing right all over them. That's really what they need for, like, those short yardage plays, like first and goal or so. That's all they need. They weren't able to convert inside the 5-yard line the last game. They just went to pass the football. If they had, like, a bigger type of back, I bet you LeGarrette Blount would have cashed it in for 6. 2nd and 8 coming on. Jackson from the gun 5 wide takes a snap, pump fake, steps up. Now Jackson elusive. He scrambles forward, 25, 20, 15, down left sideline here, 10. Going to the 5, and he gets out of bounds. 5-yard line or 6-yard line, Lamar Jackson gets out of bounds for the first down. Hey, thanks so much, Alex, for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. And good night to you, my friend. Thanks so much for stopping by on the channel tonight. 1st and goal. What an incredible run up the middle by Lamar Jackson. There's just no answers. No answers by this Jets defense right now. So Ravens 1st and goal at the 6-yard line of Jets territory right now. Jackson takes the snap. Rolls out to his right now. Jackson steps up. He delivers to the end zone right side. That one is caught. That one's a touchdown. Miles Boykin gets the touchdown catch, and this game's gotten out of hand. 13-0. This is looking like, this is just looking like the ACC title game here with Clemson versus Virginia. Lamar Jackson, just absolute stud. He'll be taking the MVP this season. What a game. What a game. This is, Lamar Jackson could only be playing like one half of football. If this team lands up like 35 zip at halftime, they'll just put in the backup quarterback for the rest of the game. I think, for the Ravens here, it's RG3. So here's the snap. Here's the hold. This kick is up. Tucker wide left. Oh, wow. Justin Tucker missed it. That's his third career extra point miss by Justin Tucker. That is very rare for Tucker to miss an extra point. Wide left. So 13-0 now the score. 2:50 left to go in the first quarter on the stream tonight. Patrick putting out, are we even sure the Jets are going to score? Oh, man. That could, be very well another thing here. This Jets team might get shut out tonight. Oh man, the Ravens did play on Thursday Night Football. I think it was against the Dolphins. Let's see. I'm gonna look that up for you guys. Ravens versus Dolphins. Was that 2017? I feel like it might have been. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember that game. Okay, so 2 years ago, 2017. Ravens versus Dolphins, the final score was 40-0. That was the final score. That was on October 26, 2017. Yeah, Ravens do show up for these Thursday night type of games. 40-17 back then for that game. And now they're playing another team from the AFC East. Oh, man. This is just bad. Bad start for the Jets entirely. 8 first downs already by the Ravens. Already 145 yards. Baltimore with 46 passing yards. Rushing yards there at 99. Already halfway, basically, to their rushing total per game on average this season. So we welcome you guys into Sportscaster YouTube. Vegas Vic's pointing out he remembers when everybody said the Browns would make it to the Super Bowl. Yep. Everybody was so high in the Browns. I know one of my good friends was really high in the Browns. He purchased the Baker Mayfield jersey. They had it this season. They have all the talent in the world to do so. And it's just, they get stuck with the head coach that they have, Freddie Kitchens. Unbelievable. Like, that team has zero discipline on it. And Freddie Kitchens will be fired after this season because of that. There's going to be a good amount of coaches, I feel like, that will be getting fired after this season, too. They said that Adam Gase is still safe with the Jets, but I really don't know. Yes, yeah, I heard that. Patriots signed Josh Gable to their practice squad. I guess he's like a viral video kicker. So, yeah, I did hear about that. Let's see. Pat's pulpit. Let's see there. So that's only the third extra point attempt, by the way, that Justin Tucker has missed so far in his career. And he'll be going into the Hall of Fame someday, I bet you, because he is one of the best kickers all time. Here's the Jets with the kick return. Down the right side here, 20, 25, 30. Oh, they got a pretty good return out of bounds around that 35-yard line. If they had kept going down the sideline, they would have got past the 40 and much more. 13-0 now the score. Trick shot kicker, yep. Okay, Josh Gable. So, yeah, I did hear that yesterday. Viral trick shot kicker to the practice squad. He's never played college football. It's going to be interesting. He played professional soccer in Italy and Belgium. Wow. So I guess the Patriots can take somebody off the street. I'm sure that they'll build up the skill with him. As this is a run up the middle past the 42 at the 42-yard line. Of course, Bill Belichick loves those type of people to recruit. They took Chris Hogan. They got Chris Hogan and for a couple seasons, and that huge game he had in the, I think it was the playoffs there, the AFC Championship a couple years ago against the Steelers. He had the flea flicker catch for the touchdown. He had a huge game during that game, and yeah, Chris Hogan used to be a former lacrosse player from Monmouth University. 2nd and 5 coming up. That's another player that the Patriots honestly could have back this season. Here's a run up the middle. They get the first down by the Jets. Le'Veon Bell carries it to the 49. So just a yard shy before midfield. Bill Belichick, yep, hold my beer. The classic Bill Belichick t-shirt with the one with all the emotions on it. Angry, sad, happy, frustrated. And they're all the same, like, same pictures of every single face there with, like, all the boxes of emotions of Bill Belichick. 1:35 left to go in the first quarter. Jets have the football as they go into ace formation. Bell in the backfield. Ravens will bring the defense on the blitz here. Darnold gets away, passes right side, gets it for the first down. Vincent Smith catches the football, loses control of it, but anyway, the ball goes out of bounds, so they pick up the first down. Josh Gable versus Justin Tucker. That'd be too funny. Josh Gable has just never kicked a football in his life before in the NFL. Might as well bring out Carly Lloyd here into the NFL so she can kick a football. Patrick pointing out he wonders what kind of luck it really is to get picked off the street to play NFL or professional sports in general. Yeah, that's got to be like a 1 in a trillion chance, I bet. By the way, that was a holding penalty. Oh, whoa. That was well late. Actually, on the offensive line for the Jets, that was... Okay, defensive penalty. They're going to say it's... That was well after the ball was released, and boom, just took a shot right back at him. That was 78, Jonathan Harrison. That was a late penalty, so the Jets just shoot themselves in the foot right there with a unnecessary roughness penalty. So 1:10 left to go in the first quarter. Yeah, somebody did that a couple years ago at Gillette Stadium. They stood outside Gillette Stadium holding up a sign, and they were asking to get a job for the Patriots to play football for them. That I guess the person played like Division III college football for like a running back at the position, and he wanted to play for the Patriots, so he stood outside for Gillette Stadium for like a full month and held up a sign telling the Patriots to sign him. That's a run. Short carry by Le'Veon Bell. It's going to be a 2nd down and 22. Yeah, that was just bad penalty there on the offensive line. Well after the ball was released. Like, that is uncalled for. 2nd and 22. They have it at the 42 of the Ravens territory. Jets go 5 wide here. Darnold takes the snap in the pocket. Back to pass, launches, this one underneath, short, curls up the field towards the left sideline, dances, past the 45, dragged down around midfield. On the catch, so gets some of those yardage back is Jamison Crowder. Also moves right towards the huddle, once again pulling up his pants. His pants were sagging quite low when he was getting tackled down to the ground, but not quite as low as Michael Thomas from last year in the NFC title game. Fox unfortunately had to cut to the Superdome image for that because Michael Thomas was being pantsed on the field in the first quarter against the Rams last season. So yeah, right now we're on the commercial break. We'll get right back into this game here as we just ended the first quarter. Second quarter coming up in just a moment though. Lamar Jackson looking red hot right now. Perfect. He's almost perfect so far. 80%, 4 for 5, 46 passing yards. Touchdown pass by Jackson. QB rating of 144.6. Jackson already in this game with 52 rushing yards. Mark Ingram with a rushing touchdown. Lamar Jackson, touchdown pass as well to Miles Boykin. Yes, classic player right there. Danny Amendola. That's another one there. Vegas Vix is pointing out. Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan. I'd rather have Chad Ochocinco back after his retirement in his prime, like 8 years later, than this group of receivers right now. But yeah, Danny Amendola was a good one too. Always came in clutch in like late situations for the Patriots. He didn't have like a big type volume like catch game. Like he wasn't like Edelman with like a 10 or 11 catch game, but he would play like a great role receiver whenever they asked him to be called upon, like to move the chains type of player on 3rd down to get like a 2-point conversion in Super Bowl 51. He was great doing that. Patrick pointing out, if you think about it, all of them at one time were just random kids in high school all over the world. Yes. Yeah, this is where all these NFL players were here. Actually, quite interesting thing to note is that Donovan Mitchell played high school basketball in the small town of Wolfboro, New Hampshire. Donovan Mitchell played high school basketball for Brewster Academy in Wolfboro, New Hampshire. Now, little background story of Brewster Academy. It is one of the best high school basketball programs in the entire U.S. And it's from the small town of Wolfboro, which has a population of 6,000. The high school, Brewster Academy, only has like 300 to 400 students that go there, but they're a huge basketball program, and that's where like a bunch of players get recruited by big name universities like Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, and then they go on to the NBA, and there's a couple of named players there that have gone to play at Brewster Academy for high school ball. They've won constant national titles since like the mid 2000s. So we're back to action. Jets with the football in midfield. Darnold escaping the pressure, running towards his right, passing now downfield. Open, got him at the 30. Here goes Crowder. Down left side of the field here, 25 to the 20 by Crowder. Still running 15 downside. Stiff arm at the 10, on the bounce at the 9. Jamison Crowder gets the first down, going from his right to the left on the screen. And that's the longest reception so far this year by Jamison Crowder. That's a 41-yard catch on the first down. That seemed like a 70-yard catch with all the yards that he was running from right to left. Yeah, so, yep, all the NFL mutt teams. All the way back in high school, every single one of these players was playing back, well, every single one of them mostly was playing. Except if they weren't introduced to the game until like a late age. But usually every single one of these players is playing. That's a rush, about a gain of 4. Except for Taco Fall. Taco Fall was introduced to basketball. He was introduced to basketball like later in his life than usual. Didn't play middle school ball. He picked up basketball at the age of 16. And then he got like almost a perfect SAT score from what I saw an article on. Like Taco Fall is like a scholar athlete. He had like a GPA of like close to being like a 4.0. And he knew like 0 words of English his first 16 years of life. And then he goes all the way from Africa to the U.S. And then he learns English in like less than 9 months. That pass, right side to the end zone. Jamison Crowder drops it. He was completely alone at the right corner. Oh, man. Jamison Crowder cannot make the catch. That is as easy as you can get it. You could have asked somebody in a Pee-wee football team to make that catch, and it would have been a touchdown. Oh, man, what a perfect pass by Sam Darnold. Imagine if that was Tom Brady. Imagine if that was Tom in like a game with like high magnitude type of game and late in the fourth quarter, and his wide receiver drops a pass like that. Oh, man, Tom will be ripping it like he has been to his teammates all season long. 13:32 left to go. Jets with the ball at the 4. They take the snap. Darnold flushed out to his right now. Going to pass on the run to the end zone. That catch. It's going to be caught. It's it. Yup, it's in. Crowder redeems himself this time. It's going to be a touchdown. So the Jets finally are on the scoring board with Jamison Crowder with a touchdown catch. Let's see where that ball spotted. Bounced off Crowder's shoulder pads. Able to get the football, though. Yes, he's able to get it. Turn over with his body. Both feet are in bounds. Marlon Humphrey in coverage. Yeah, looks like he has possession. Nice toe tap at the right corner of the end zone by Crowder. He drops like the easiest ball in his life, and then he comes back, redeems himself, and catches a very tough pass. Tight window with a toe tap. He got it. He got it, so we're just waiting for this to be confirmed. Looking at the replay, that should definitely be a touchdown. 13-6. Yes, so it has been confirmed. 13:27 left to go before halftime. Sam Ficken coming on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick. This one's up, and this one is through. 13-7 now the score. Yep, they scored. So looking like not a shutout tonight. Not a shutout tonight, but good drive right there by the Jets. Finally to get points against a team that's really had like all momentum going their way for like the last 2 months here with the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, Vegas Vic's pointing out he has SATs in March, he believes. Yeah, that's when I was a junior in high school. I think that's when I took the SATs. I took the SATs junior year. I think they were in either March or April. Or actually no, I think they were later. I think they were later in May. Yeah, I think it was in May because it was right before Memorial Day. And then senior year, I took him in October, I think, too. So Vegas Vic's pointing out Ravens gonna destroy them, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I they haven't been able to stop any drive that Baltimore has done so far. Uh, I'd honestly like to see the matchup, the Ravens versus the Buccaneers, because Tampa Bay, they don't have a secondary, but they score like a good amount of points. They can pass the football, like they're so like pass heavy, and they can score a good amount of points too. Like they put up 55 against the Rams this year. Tampa Bay can shock some teams. Um, they just beat the Colts last week, 38-35. That would be an interesting matchup. That would be like a shootout type of game because I don't think the Buccaneers would be able to stop Lamar Jackson. I see the Ravens just scoring on like almost or every single one of their possessions if they were to take on the Buccaneers. But that would be a ridiculous score. It'd be like probably something like 50 like 58 to 28, 58 to 35 or something. Where like those two teams play. Be like a college football game. So yeah, right now we're just on this commercial break. Gonna go over a scoreboard update with you guys. Celtics leading the 76ers 50-44 with about 3.5 left to go before halftime. Kemba Walker looking strong once again. 17 points tonight. 4 for 8 from downtown by Kemba Walker. Great job so far tonight by Kemba. 6 for 12 from the floor. Number 8 looking sharp. 76ers though in that game. Let's see. Mike Scott with 12 points. Let's see here. Celtics winning the rebounds? No. Celtics down by 1 on the rebounds. That's it. So they're not getting crushed like the season opener like they did on the rebounding boards. Yeah, Ravens versus Vikings. That would be a good matchup too. Vikings haven't been like that stellar in the secondary, but as far as producing points this season, Vikings got a pretty good offense so far this year too, and they can go quick down the fields. Like they came from behind against Denver and got the W there, which was a incredible comeback by the Vikings as Kirk Cousins just lit up that Denver secondary in the fourth quarter. This kick goes to the back of the end zone, and the Ravens will take it out. So start out from their own 25-yard line. Taking a look at like the college basketball schedule for next week, there's not really like much going on as far as the national TV schedule for next week. Like I was looking at the schedule, it's the Providence Friars taking on the Florida Gators on Tuesday. So I think that's going to be the game I cover on the basketball channel, since there's not really much of anything going on like national TV next week for games on ESPN. There's a run up the middle, gain of 7 on the carry by Le'Veon Bell, or no, Ravens have the football by Mark Ingram on the carry. Yep, Mark Ingram got the carry right there. So Baltimore has the football. 13 minutes left to go before halftime. Also, yeah, next week, national TV. I should be covering that game too. Celtics versus Mavericks. That's going to be a late night game, though, on Wednesday. So that game's on national TV now. They replaced Golden State's game out of that since the Warriors are struggling. Alright, this is going to be a quarterback keeper down the left side. They pick up the first down past the 45-yard line and get on out of bounds around the 46 by Lamar Jackson. Just those zone reads are so tough to defend. Off the play action right there to Ingram and the zone read, the quarterback keeper down the left sideline. Just when Baltimore wears their dark black uniforms with a football, dark brown, that's just so tough to see that football. They're off a zone read. Biggest Vic's pointing out, and the Vikings have Gary Kubiak as their offensive coordinator too. Yes, they've done a great job offensively so far this year. Great team balance-wise with passing and rushing. Here's a rush. Gus Edwards changes the pace back past the 45 to the 47. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 with about 12 minutes left to go before halftime. And they've been able to score touchdowns there and be able to get like a lot of passing yards too. And they've done it without Adam Thielen being fully healthy. And if Adam Thielen was like he was last season, like that team would be like super duper dangerous. Yet they're like the number 6 seed. But if Adam Thielen had been going off like he did in 2018, they would be, talk about them would probably boot them right up to like a number 3 or 4 seed instead. Here's a pass left side short, now incomplete pass midfield. Gets the first down in the stiff arm as Mark Andrews, the tight end. These tight ends are just too good. Lamar Jackson knows how to just spread out the football all over the place. They use it. They're so deep as far as like their receiving core in this team. Marquise Hollywood Brown back into the game here, alongside Seth Roberts as Willie Snead is into the game once again. Mark Ingram going wide as well towards the left. Jackson going 5 wide right now as we approach the 11-minute mark left to go before halftime. Jackson with the ball at the 44 Jets territory, takes a snap, rolls out to his right. Jackson going to air this one out deep down the right side to the end zone. And we got pass interference. Yup. Marquise Hollywood Brown held at the back of the end zone as that will be pass interference in the secondary by the Jets all day long. And it'll be a 1st and goal right at the 1-yard line for Baltimore. All day long, the defender trying to tackle Hollywood Brown, but well before the football was gonna get there. He was diving right at him. Gonna turn your head right back to the ball there, Jets defender. Oof. I think that was a linebacker too, 46 for the Jets. Neville Hewitt, yeah, linebacker right on the fastest receiver of the team, Hollywood Brown. Neville Hewitt just couldn't turn himself around. Jackson, play action to the end zone, wide open touchdown. Mark Andrews off the play action. 19-7 with 10:54 left to go before halftime. Just total domination tonight by the Ravens. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. That will be something. Wouldn't that be something if they scored in every single one of their drives tonight? That would be something. This Jets team just cannot stop it. They are completely confused. Wait, Oh, wait, 1 second here. They're going to take the points off the board. There's a flag down. Well, late flag. Late flag. Lamar Jackson had his coat on along the sideline, so they'll take away the 6 points. They say illegal formation by the Ravens. And Baltimore was celebrating along the sideline when that penalty call was announced. And the Ravens will have to get back their offense here. Lamar Jackson was putting on his winter jacket to warm up a little bit along the sideline when he heard that call being made by the official. Let's see, it was number 70 who was reported as an ineligible receiver. How... Okay, so that's why there's a delay flag in there, because he didn't report when the line judge asked him. Here's a run. Up the middle, Ingram. Ingram to the 1-yard line. I don't think he got in. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle. Things getting chippy in the pile here between Jets and the Ravens players. The ref's going to have to separate this one. The ref's coming right in there to separate as a Jets defender shoved the Raven right after the whistle. It'll be 2nd and goal right from the 1-yard line. 10:25 left to go in this game right now before halftime with a 2nd and goal coming up. So 2nd and goal right now. They go into the power I. Jackson under center. Oh, there's tons of movement. Tons and tons of movement. Let's see what we got. There's a flags down already. Tons of things getting chippy here as the refs are going to have to come in and separate both players. Multiple players from both of these teams. And it's a penalty by the defense. Jets penalty encroachment. You can't move up the ball any further. You can only move it up like 2 yards up. Like to the inch-yard line. That's it. That ball was already at the half-yard line. Alright, 10:05 left to go before halftime. We'll try this once again. Second and goal, 10 minutes left to go before halftime from the inch-yard line by the Ravens. They go into the power I. We got movement again. Oh my gosh. That's on the Jets entirely. Encroachment again. Things have to get chippy and this pile gets separated. Once again, the third time in a row. Encroachment by the Jets. Oh, man, come on. Back-to-back encroachment penalties. That's just, oh, man, it's just pathetic. I mean, you play at the highest level of football. Come on, man. Come on, come on. Second and goal with 9:50 left remaining before halftime. We'll try this again. Ravens going to the power I. Boyle going in motion towards the right. Jackson takes the snap. Play action. Back to the end zone, left side. On a bobbled caught. It's going in for a touchdown. It is Mark Andrews. So now they're on the board. 19-7. Mark Andrews finally off the play action. Redeems himself. He got it earlier. A couple plays beforehand, but he finally gets it for sure to put some more fantasy points right up on the board. Ravens going to go for 2 here as well. They're up 19-7. I don't think there's any way the Jets can stop this team. So they are going for 2, being aggressive just like this. Oh, man. Knock them down when they're already down. That's the key today for the Baltimore Ravens, to do that to the Jets. Wow, going for 2 when they're up by 12. And all 3 drives have resulted in touchdowns. Yeah, there is no way of stopping this team tonight. No answers by the Jets. There's going to be no answers if you commit stupid penalties like those. Back-to-back encroachment penalties. Going for the 2-point conversion. Hollywood Brown in motion towards the right. We have a flag down. Flag is down. Let's see. Defensive penalty. 12 men on the field. First down. So ball will be at the 1-yard line. This is just pathetic. Like, what the Jets have shown up tonight in this game. 9:43 left to go. Here goes the 2-point conversion. Jackson from the pistol. Ingram in the backfield. They take the snap. Handoff. Ingram right side into the end zone for 2. That was well too easy. Way too easy by Mark Ingram. So we have 9:43 left to go before halftime. Ridiculous amount of penalties. They are just killing themselves tonight. So the Jets will get this football back right after commercial break. But if you haven't been able to stop them on any drive of the game, like, what are the chances you're going to ever be able to make this a competitive football contest? You're not here for the Jets. I'm sorry to admit it, but the Jets won't ever make this a contest. Not when you've committed already 5 penalties for 59 yards and a pass interference penalty, back-to-back encroachment penalties, a penalty for 12 players on the field during a 2-point conversion. It's just so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Yeah, Patrick putting out here, Jets won't even play in the second half at this rate. Yep. This is just embarrassing. Oh my gosh. If I'm the Ravens here, just in the second half, just run the football and just pick up first down after first down and just get this game done and over with. And I mean, they're just going to destroy this team. The Jets aren't going to even be competitive tonight in this game. So yeah, right now we're on commercial break. Just penalty after penalty. It's just unfortunate. They shoot themselves in the foot with these penalties. So yeah, just right now on the commercial break, we'll head right back over here in just a moment. Thanks so much for stopping in, everybody, tonight. Let's see, Patrick pointing out, he's honestly surprised they even scored. If they do it again, it'll be luck or pity. Yeah, history has said before 2 years ago on Thursday night that the Ravens pitched in a shutout. So yeah, I was a little bit surprised too that they scored because there wasn't anything going on their first 2 drives of this game for the Jets. Only like 2 first downs total. They couldn't move the football down the field, and that was just surprising there. They were able to get some chunks of yardage. They've been getting good returns though. They're past the 15 to the 20 to the 25, dragged down at the 26 this time, but they were averaging about around the 35-yard start line the past couple of times for the football. 21-7, and already a beat down in this game. 1st and 10 coming up. We got 9:38 left to go before half. Sam Darnold, 60% completion rate so far. 79 yards, a TD pass. An awful drop pass by Jamison Crowder, but he did redeem himself. They take the snap, play action back to pass. Gonna pass this one across the middle. Nobody there. It's incomplete. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. They were not on the same page with Robbie Anderson and Sam Darnold. Three drives, 3 touchdowns. It's going to be hard to stop this team. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Jets. They'll hand this one off up the middle to Bell. Bell on the carry, only gain of 3 or so to the 29. Third and 7 with 9 minutes left to go before halftime right now. Jets go from the gun. So they have it just shy of the 30-yard line at their own 29. 1 wide to the right, that's Crowder. 3 to the left, Anderson in the slot. Le'Veon Bell lined up to the right side. Play clock down to 0, and the Jets going to have to burn a timeout. Didn't have the play call in time. Man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so right now we're just on a commercial break. Might as well bring in RG3 at this rate to the second half if the Ravens just keep on scoring and scoring and scoring right now at this rate in the game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, 12 first downs by Baltimore, 182 yards passing the football. On the ground, they've got rushing yards of 127 so far. So that's what it is. But they're just burning it up at this point. 3rd and 7. Yep, can't even figure out what to do there with a unfortunate burn of the timeouts. 3rd and 7 with 8:47 left to go. Hey, welcome in, Zachariah. Thanks so much for stopping by, my man. This Jets team just cannot get the play call at the line. They have 8 on the play clock this time from the gun. Sam Darnold got Bell lined up to the right side. Play action, screens it over to the left. Gets that completion off. Slips past the tackle. Gets the first down past the 40. 45. Big pickup. Stiff arm pass midfield to the 45. Drag down around the 40. Gets the first down. What a catch. Wow, you got to be kidding me on that type of catch. Vincent Smith with another big play. He got a 31-yard reception earlier in this game. Vincent Smith with another big one to move the chains. They just were able to luck themselves right there. They were able to get some good luck with some blockers out in front. Vincent Smith with a stiff arm too to break some tackles. I thought for sure he would have been tackled for about no gain in the play. So 1st and 10, some new signs of life for the Jets. They have it at the 40. They take the snap 5 wide. Back to pass in the pocket, stepping up. Releases. That one slant across the middle. Complete to Robbie Anderson. Gain of 4 though on the reception. 2nd and 6. $7:45 left to go before halftime. Welcoming guys over to YouTube tonight. Welcoming guys over on Sportscaster. For anybody joining me over on Sportscaster right now. 2nd and 5 with 7:30 left to go before half. They go from the gun. They take the snap, handoff up the middle to Ty Montgomery, close to the first down. It's going to be a yard short. Gets it to about the 20, or gets it to about the 31. 31-yard line of Ravens territory for Ty Montgomery, the running back. We got ourselves a 3rd and short coming up. That's a Saturday triple header on NFL Network. I really do hope to do that game for you guys. The problem is that my CBS channel, Channel 12, WPRI Providence, for some reason is not covering that game. Here's a run up the middle on the carry. I don't think he got it. It's going to be close, but nope. The Jets did not get the run. So I hope to do the game, Patriots game against the Bills for you guys. The only problem there is that WPRI doesn't have the game for Channel 12. I'm able to get stations from Providence and Boston. The thing is, I'm close to Providence, and the stations for Boston, sometimes they don't always work because I'm off antenna when I get the local channels from Boston. So it's like a 50 plus mile radius from me even to Boston. I'm 50 minutes south of Boston, 20 minutes south of Providence. So Providence, for some reason, isn't covering the Patriots game against Buffalo, but Channel 4 in Boston is. So sometimes Channel 4 in Boston works fine, sometimes it doesn't. As that's a run, handoff up the middle as they get it for the first down by Le'Veon Bell. He takes it to the 25. Yeah, Patrick pointing out they moved the ball nicely. They just can't finish into the end zone. Yep. They've got a couple big plays here. So that's good to see. They got it with their practice squad receiver too. That receiver is Vincent Smith. He's done a pretty good job so far with a couple catches tonight. 2nd and 5 at the 25. They go hand it off once again to Bell. Bell up the middle. Gains only about a gain of 2 to the 23. It's going to be 3rd and short, though, coming up. Five minutes left to go before halftime. 8 plays, 52 yards, 4:35 off the clock on this drive currently by the New York Jets, as that clock is ticking down here with about under 5 left to go before half on the 3rd and 2. The Jets at the 22 need to get it to the 20 to get the first down. Darnold from the gun, got Bell lined up to the right side, 1 to the right, 3 bunched up to the left, takes the snap, play action. Back to pass here in the pocket all day in the world. Now he's being rushed. Pass across the middle, first down in the catch. Jamison Crowder takes it to the 17-yard line with 4.5 left to go, picks up the first down. So a big conversion right there by New York. In order to stay in this game, that was a huge conversion. So 1st and 10 as we approach the 4-minute mark left to go before halftime. Jets have actually possessed the football longer than the Ravens. Jets have possessed it for almost 14 minutes now, where the Ravens have possessed the football for about 11 and a half. That pass, left side, quick one to Le'Veon Bell. He gets wrapped up for only a gain of 3 at around the 12-yard line. So 2nd down and 7 coming up on the field for the Jets. Second and 7. We've got a couple players checking off towards the sideline right now for the Ravens. They take the snap. Handoff right side over here to Bell. Bell stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. They'll bring up a 3rd and 7 here for the Jets. 3rd and 7 at the 12-yard line. The Ravens territory with about 3 minutes remaining as that clock ticks down here. So here we go. Big 3rd down coming up for the Jets tonight. As we take a look at that 3rd down conversion rate. They're actually been doing surprisingly good on 3rd downs. 5 for 7 tonight on 3rd downs. Ravens are a perfect 1 for 1. Jets now with 5 first downs. Jets with the football. Darnold from the gun. He's got Montgomery, the running back, lining up to his right side. He's got 2 to his right, 2 to his left. Takes the step. Back to pass here. Darnold across the middle. Gets it, but stops short of the marker and a catch. That was Vincent Smith as that was a big stop by the Ravens by Chuck Clark, who stops him short of the first down marker. And now will bring up a 4th down as we tick to the 2-minute warning. Adam Gase has a big play call coming up here. If you want to compete with the Ravens tonight and get a W, you have to go aggressive, and that's what he's doing right now before the 2-minute warning. 2:05 left to go before halftime. Will they snap it here? 4th and 1, they'll go for it. Jets with a football, and they'll let the clock roll down to the 2-minute warning. So, stoppage in time here, right after we get through this commercial break. We'll go right back to action, and we'll join you guys with 2 minutes left to go before halftime. This game has actually been moving by pretty fast tonight. So, both of these teams able to possess the football for a good amount of time so far in this game right now. Jets actually have won the possession of the football in the first half, possessing it for for over 16 minutes now. 16 minutes and 17 seconds so far by the Jets. So, right now, just on commercial break, Sam Darnold taking a look at his QB stats. He has got more passing yards right now compared to Lamar Jackson, actually. Sam Darnold, 11 for 16. 129 passing yards, a touchdown pass as well. Lamar Jackson, 6 for 7, 55 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Do you think they'll go for it? Yes. I'll say yes. I think they'll go for it coming back after this commercial break. I feel like if they want to keep in this game, they're going to have to go aggressive all game long. And they got a 4th and 1 coming up. Let's see here. 4th and 1 for the Jets at the Baltimore 7. So have it at the 7-yard line of Baltimore when we get back to commercial break. Let's see here. Taking a look at some of the scores going on tonight with the NBA. Close game between the Celtics and the 76ers. That game's at halftime as Boston leads at 59-56 at halftime at the TD Garden. By the way, Boston is perfect at home this year, 10-0 at home. They're playing against the 76ers team who has struggled all season long on the road with a 5-7 away record this year for the Philadelphia 76ers, even though they're 18-7 overall. Let's see here at halftime. Kemba Walker with 21 leading the way. And then 9 points by Gordon Hayward, 9 points by Jason Tatum. That's good to see. Gordon Hayward was injured yesterday. Late in the game, he took a elbow to the face. I wasn't sure if he was going to play today, but good to see that he's in the lineup tonight for the Celtics. Patrick putting on here, he thinks that they should go for it too. Really don't have much to lose. Yeah, same here, man. I think if they want to be competitive for as long as they want to in the game, this would be a big one to convert on. 4th and 1 coming up. 12 plays, 66 yards, 7:38 on this drive. Just to be aggressive and to put some more points onto this game to make it just a competitive contest. Go for it. Go for it. Really nothing to lose for sure. Need to get to the 6 though for the first down. They have it at the 7 of Ravens territory. So here we are. They will be going for it. They send out their offense now. So we're back to action after the 2-minute warning. 4th and 1. Jets with the football. They go into A's formation. Bell in the backfield. Go into motion as Smith towards the left side. As they'll go play action. Rolling out to the right. Here comes the pressure. Back of the end zone. Up and it's dropped. Incomplete out of the hands of Robbie Anderson on the 4th and 1. And the Ravens will take over on downs. As that was Jimmy Smith on one-on-one coverage. Right corner of the end zone. Sam Darnold floated up the pass there to Robbie Anderson, and he just dropped the football. Tight coverage, though, by Jimmy Smith. That would have been a tough catch to make, but just could not hold on to it. So this will go back to the Ravens. We're right now in commercial break. And we'll see what happens here right after these commercial messages. But Baltimore, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, everything looking so sharp right now at the moment for Baltimore, as there's just been completely 0 answers so far in tonight's game by the Jets. The Jets defense, no answers to stop out Baltimore at all. So we'll get right back over here, just a matter of moments. And just, man, that's a killer. Sam Darnold had him. Robbie Anderson could have had that. Yep, Patrick he would have went run, got a 1st and goal, yeah. Yep, I feel like that would have worked much more than the pass. During that situation there, they should have gone with a rush. 4th and short. and instead they go play action to the end zone. You don't really need to be concerned about the end zone at that point. Just get the first down, then you have 4 more chances to do it on your next time inside, inside the 6-yard line. They would have it, but no. So right now, we're just on this commercial break. We'll head right back over to the stream. Couple moments here. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by tonight as we're on Sportscaster. We're on YouTube, calling play-by-play. So, yeah, taking a look right now as far as the scores going on in the NBA. We've got a couple games at halftime. Cavaliers up against the Spurs, 53-43. Mavericks Pistons, that game's close as the Mavericks lead at 20-18. Luka Doncic with 9 points already for the Dallas Mavericks. Celtics leading by 3 at halftime, 59-56. Let's see here, I'm just going to bring up college basketball too. Let's see, we got some college basketball games tonight. Not really much of anything. Let's see here, I'll go through the scores for you guys right now for college basketball though. We have one, okay, so that's actually tomorrow. That's Colorado against Colorado State tomorrow. But as far as the college basketball games tonight, we'll take a look at that in just a moment here as we're back to action. 1st and 10, the Ravens with the football. They start out from their own 6-yard line. Baltimore goes into the gun, going in motion as Nick Boyle towards the right. They hand it off up the middle to Ingram. Ingram past the 10 to about the 13-yard line. Gain of 7 on the carry brings up 2nd down and shorts. Oh, okay, so we're looking at college basketball right now. Iowa is crushing Iowa State 73-50. As they'll hand this one off up the middle, back to the line of scrimmage. Forward progress will mark Mark Ingram back at the 12. No gain on the carry will bring up about a 3rd and 3. As we approach a minute 18 left to go before halftime. Timeout taken on the field here. Jets will take their 2nd charge timeout. They got 1 more timeout remaining before halftime. Third and 4 coming up now on the field. Third and 4 for Lamar Jackson. They've yet to punt in this game tonight. They are perfect on 3rd downs. Perfect 1 for 1. Jets have done a lot of 3rd downs already. They are 5 for 8 on 3rd downs actually in this game tonight. 3rd and 4 for Lamar Jackson. Jets with 1 more timeout left to go before halftime. Ravens with 2 last times out. 2 more timeouts before halftime. Jackson from the gun. 2 touchdowns by Jackson. 6 for 7 passing, 55 passing yards. Jackson takes a snap from the gun, back to pass. Launches right side. That one is behind, and it's incomplete, intended for Mark Andrews. So rare incompletion tonight by Lamar Jackson brings up a punting situation for the Ravens on a 4th and 4 as he was stopped. So the Jets defense get a 3 and out. So the Ravens will punt this football away back in their own end zone to the Jets in just a moment. Sam Cook gets the snap. He boots this one away with the pressure coming on him. Jets back to return it. They do it to 40. They slip past the tackle down the right side here. 45. Takes it up past the midfield marker. Slips past another one. Dragged down after the 45-yard line to the 41 of Ravens territory. They got great field position. A couple more yards there into field goal range. Great return. So right now in the commercial break, 1:03 left to go before halftime. Jets will take the football back at the Ravens' 41-yard line as we are on commercial. We'll get right back here after these commercial messages. Yes, the Jets finally doing something right there in defense. I thought this game would be a blowout, but we'll see. They were finally able to stop them, so there's some hope. So the defense for once was able to get off the field. By the way, Sam Darnold has more passing yards than Lamar Jackson in the first half. Jackson 6 for 8 passing, 55 passing yards, though Jackson with the 2 passing touchdowns. Jackson with 5 rushes for 64 rushing yards. Mark Ingram with a rushing touchdown. Ingram's got 8 carries for 63 yards. Ravens have 133 rushing yards as a team right now. And the touchdown catch was by Mark Andrews. He is the leading receiver of this team. 3 catches, 16 yards, and a touchdown catch. As far as the New York Jets, the leading receiver, Jamison Crowder, 4 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown grab. Vincent Smith with 2 catches for 36 yards. And Sam Darnold, not doing that bad tonight. He's 11 for 17, 129 passing yards. Got himself a touchdown pass as well to Jamison Crowder. So, right now they are still in this game. Very well into this game. 21-7. 21-7 here. As right now we're just on this commercial break. This game feels like it's gone by fast tonight, too. I'll be back, by the way, next football stream Sunday, Patriots versus Bengals. Tomorrow night, I do plan to do a basketball stream for you guys for the NBA. As far as next week, there's not really a whole lot going on for college basketball next week. For, like, my usual Tuesday streams for college basketball. But I was checking one of the games up. I plan to stream Florida versus Providence on Tuesday. Interested to see how that game goes on Tuesday. That's the game that ESPN is covering. There's not, like, a whole lot of national TV stuff for sports next week. I was taking a look, especially on, like, a Tuesday. But I'll be covering that game. Like, a lot of the college games this upcoming Tuesday, it's just not really great games. It's Purdue against Ohio at 9 p.m. They put the game on ESPN. That's the Ohio Bobcats from the MAC. So that's not the Ohio State Buckeyes. That is Ohio University. And then the game I'll be covering is the Providence Friars against the Florida Gators. 0 interceptions so far, so no picks tonight in this game right now. Sam Darnold, play action. We're back to play this game. Deep pass to the right side. Oh, he had him, overshot his receiver. It's incomplete at the goal line. He had Vincent Smith wide open, and it just fell incomplete. So the Jets received this football to start out the game. So the Jets received this ball to start out. So that means that they will be kicking off to the Ravens. Ravens to receive the second half kickoff. What a bad miss by Darnold. Had him at the goal line for a walk-in touchdown. They have it at the 41-yard line of Ravens territory. Darnold from the gun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Bell. Bell up the middle, past the 40. To at the 35-yard line. Drag down. Forward progress gets him at the 34. Third down and short coming up. 3rd and 3 with about 45 seconds left to go. Yeah, Patrick putting out here. Providence, Florida. Yeah, I hope that game is going to be a good one. Both of the teams have been rather disappointing, but we'll see what we get for people in the chat. That pass, left side, complete first down to Crowder. They get it right before the 25-yard line. Hey, welcome in, Vaughn. Thanks so much for stopping by here, my man. Hopefully everything is going well with you today. They just picked up the first down. But, yeah, hopefully Providence can turn things around. Like, I'm shocked. I thought that Florida was like a top 5 basketball team this year. I thought Florida and Kentucky would be going right at it for the SEC title. And Florida this season is just struggling. 6-3 record. I thought that they could have like a record this year of like 26-6 or something. Like, I thought that they were going to be nasty this year. Darnold takes the snap back to pass in the pocket, releases, left side. Oh, he gets picked off at the 10-yard line. Taking it now past the 15-yard line with 20 seconds remaining. Wrapped up at the 18-yard line, and the interception by the Ravens. As that is Chuck Clark with a pick. So we have 18 seconds remaining. So that's the first pick thrown tonight. Sam Darnold just well underthrown the football on a line drive pass towards the left sideline. Yeah, that game that's going to be a fantastic game. Yeah, if I'm free that day, I'll see about that, because I'm streaming the Pats versus Dolphins game the day after, because usually one of the days over the weekend, I don't know my schedule yet, but usually I get together with my girlfriend for one of the days on the weekend. And that's just kind of like a difficult time. It's like a 3:45, but um, I'm not sure if my girlfriend's actually going to New York City, if she is leaving on that Saturday anyway. So if she is, I'd be able to stream that day since I'd have an extra day over the weekend. First and 10 coming up. They take the snap and hand it off. Left side counter for no gain on the carry. Stop back, and that's basically it here. Yep. The clock's going to roll down to halftime. So yeah, I'll see once the schedule, like once I know my schedule in the coming like week or so. Right now, as we just ended this game, we're at halftime right now. 21-7 to score. As we're at half, but the Ravens will get back to football. They'll receive the second half kickoff as well here. First 3 drives for Baltimore all resulted in touchdowns. Hopefully I can do that game. That would be a really good one for Louisville, Kentucky if I'm able to cover it. Yeah, there's going to be some great college basketball games too throughout the course of the season. Vaughn pointing out he's going to be getting a new phone in the next couple of days. There you go, Vaughn. That's awesome, man. So yeah, right now we're just at halftime break. Lamar Jackson lighting it up as they've got their rushing yards so far in this game. 133 by a team. Lamar Jackson, he's got 64 rushing yards so far tonight. 6 for 8 passing, 55 yards. 2 touchdown passes. One of them he threw was to Mark Andrews. The other one to the other tight end, Miles Boykin. So 2 touchdown catches, both to the tight ends right now as we head to halftime right now with the stream. Just taking a look at some of the scores going on right now in sports. We'll take a look at the NBA first. 76ers took the lead against the Celtics, 70-68 now. Kemba Walker with 21 points. Joel Embiid for the 76ers with 20. Cavaliers up against the Spurs at halftime, 53-43. Disappointing season for San Antonio. They are down by 10 against the Cavaliers team that only has 5 wins this year. Dallas Mavericks up against the Pistons, 34-29. Luka Doncic already with 15 for Dallas. Patrick putting out the views on the video. Yep, would be awesome too. Kentucky thing, we apparently take it seriously. Yes, you guys definitely do. Basketball is like down towards like down south, like SEC, ACC territory. Like basketball down there for college hoops is like the equivalent of like New England Patriots football up here, or like Alabama or LSU football down in like the way southeast. So it's always great to cover like those type of games too. I'm sure we're gonna have some really like great matchups throughout the course of the season too for college basketball. These next couple weeks though, until like New Year's Day, I was taking a look at the matchups. Not a whole lot of the matchups are like good games though, because that's really when like the students are taking like their final exams, so there's not really like a whole ton of games. And then that's kind of like where ESPN focuses on like the bowl games for like college football instead of college basketball. Well, yeah, taking a look at college basketball tonight, Northern Iowa looking like they're going to be 10-1 as UNI has the lead against Grand Canyon University 43-26. West Virginia at 9-1, they beat Austin Peay tonight 84-53. That team, watch out for West Virginia. They were good, I think, 2 years ago. Wright State over Southern today, 85-62. Abilene Christian played a very easy, probably D3 school named Howard Payne, beat down 105-36. Abilene Christian got crushed against Kentucky last year in the first round of the tournament. The big game, though, tonight, Iowa versus Iowa State. Iowa leading the Iowa State Cyclones in this one, 78-63. That's basically it, though, for college hoops tonight. I'm just going to take a look here. I'm just going to see what we got for college basketball games in the future or so I know like what games to cover here in the future, because I can take a look at the national television schedule and see the whole playoffs will be good this year. Yes, that too. Both of the conferences is wide open. As far as the East, it's more like there's a couple teams right at the top of the East there. It's like the Milwaukee Bucks at number 1, but I mean anything could happen there in between, like Milwaukee, Boston, the 76ers. It should be the Miami Heat too have been great so far this season. Should be a good battle for the Eastern Conference, and then the Western Conference. That is the one to watch out for. Is that conference is entirely up for grabs. I feel like though it's going to be LA versus LA in the final. Lakers versus Clippers. Let's see. Vaughn pointing out someone who goes to his old school told me that he goes on YouTube that he listens to Wheeler Walker Jr. on the school computer, and his teacher from his old school might go to his school and talk to me tomorrow. Oh man, I I think you'll be fine with that. I don't know why they would need to discipline you about listening to Wheeler Walker Jr. songs there. At least you're doing something there, and you're not like looking up other stuff what other students at your age might look up and things like that. At least you're looking up music and stuff like that, showing the love and appreciation for Wheeler Walker's tunes. But yeah, that teacher is quite interesting. Why she would have to discipline you about that? Seems like you got some pretty tough teachers with that new school that you're at. Yeah, I'm looking at like I'm gonna be covering. I hope to cover NBA basketball for you guys on Christmas as well. So on Christmas Day, I hope to cover an NBA game for you. I know the Celtics versus Raptors is playing. I hope to cover that game at noontime. Maybe another game at night. It depends on my schedule on Christmas. Not sure if we're going out to see the Lights Festival that night or so, because I think one of the games on ABC is at 5. One of the games is at 8. And I think the Lights Festival is like near that time, or around it, like 6 to 8. But I can't really do a full game at 5. Can't really start in time at 8. So I'll see. Oh man, looking at the schedule for Saturday, December 28th, that's when Kentucky plays against Louisville. Yeah, Duke takes on Brown that day. Because I was looking at Brown's schedule before the season started, and I was like, whoop, looks like they got Duke there. They're selling tickets for that game for $184. That's crazy. I mean, I don't think Brown has a chance at all to compete against Duke, but Brown got 20 wins last year in college basketball. Their first ever, like, 20-win season in a very long time, I think. But I just want to see it. The schedule gets so much better, like for college basketball, when the conference schedule starts. That's where we should really starting to be booming on the basketball channel. I'm just gonna take a look at some of those games that I could encounter later or so. Let's see, December 30th. As we just take a look right now, we're at halftime with these two teams. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on towards like the end of December, early January, because that's when they focus on the college football bowl games instead of college basketball at that point. But conference play starts up early January, and there should be nationally televised games all over the map in early January or so as far as college basketball. I think, let's see here, taking a look, Saturday, January 4th. I want to see here what the schedule looks like. Oh, that should be a good game. Maryland against Indiana. That should be a pretty good game. We got a good amount of Indiana fans in the last stream, too, that we did against number 4 Maryland, which Maryland did lose. By the way, Memphis against Georgia is that day, too. Marquette, Villanova. That's always a good game between those two teams. Let's see, our Sunday, January 5th. I want to see what that schedule, taking a look at that. Oh, that's going to be great. Michigan State, Michigan. St. John's, Xavier. That game's not as good. St. John's hasn't been that great this season. Providence has been the biggest disappointment, though, so far in the Big East for college basketball. So, yeah, right now we're just on commercial break, everybody. We're going to head right back over here to this, to the second half in a couple of moments. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by here as we're on YouTube. We're on Sportscaster streaming tonight. Play-by-play of this game here just at halftime. Alright, so second half in Baltimore is next right now in a couple of moments as we'll go play-by-play live on the stream tonight for you guys. Let's see here, Tuesday, January 7th. Oh, there's going to be some big games, hopefully, for college basketball. By conference play starting early January. Oh, they haven't even determined the TV schedule yet. Okay, so Ohio State against Maryland. That could very well be on ESPN. They haven't determined any of these games to be on ESPN yet, though. Let's see, and then Thursday. Thursday for college basketball, probably going to do a lot of, like, the Pac-12 games or so for, like, Arizona, because they pop up a lot on national TV. Hey, welcome in, Jade, and what is good, man? Thanks so much for stopping by on the broadcast. Patrick puts, he's got the Lakers winning the NBA, 49ers for the Super Bowl. Bowl, Ohio State winning the college football title game, and the Bruins in the NHL. Okay. Yeah, one of my best friends, he is a huge Bruins fan. He's got himself a YouTube channel called Off the Wall Hockey. He is a die-hard Bruins fan. He knows so much about hockey, too. He just hit a 1K, I think just like around a month and a half ago. But welcome, guys, over to the channel here in the stream, as I call it play-by-play tonight. Right now in commercial break, Ravens are killing it. Right now, first 3 drives of the game went down, zipped down the field for all 3 touchdowns. Rare extra point miss by Justin Tuckers. They were leading 13-0, but they got the 2-point conversion anyway to put this game back to its usual points at 21 when you score 3 touchdowns, adding 7, 7, and 7. Except they did it a little differently, 7, 6, and 8. As far as some of the games going on right now, taking a look at the scoreboard for the NBA. Cavaliers up against the Spurs, 60-50. Celtics lead the 76ers, close one, 75-74. And Mavericks up against the Pistons, 47-40. Oh, Patrick pointing out he was actually on my friend John's stream the other night. He subscribed to him too. Awesome, man. Yeah, he's got some really good content on Off the Wall Hockey. He's got some great stuff there. Yeah, I hope so too, because he doesn't watch like too much basketball. He only watches it during the NCAA tournament. So last year, John was on my college basketball, or on my basketball channel, to do the play-by-play for me. For, I think it was the first round games we did. We did games on Thursday night for the first round game. So hopefully I'll be able to have him sometime when the NCAA tournament starts. He might join me in for like a game or 2 or so. Because, yeah, we did a couple of games last year. Because before the bracket, or when the bracket got released, I asked him, I was like, feel free to pick like 3 games that you want to cover and we can do them together. So we did Yale versus LSU. We did Murray State against Marquette. We saw John Morant just go off for a triple-double in the first round over Marcus Howard. That was a great game to call. That was fantastic. Murray State just killed him, but what a game by John Morant. And then we did a late-night game. Actually, it was really competitive. It was St. Mary's against Villanova. All 3 games were really good. It was just Yale, if they had been able to hit a couple more 3-point shots, they could have had a chance to beat LSU. They came back at the very end, though. It just wasn't enough against LSU. And then St. Mary's against Villanova. It's just St. Mary's just couldn't get down a sharp like shooter in that game either, as they were just killing themselves. So like bad turnovers. As that game was a close one too. That came down to the wire in the first round. So here we are, right back to action, everybody. Ravens to receive the second half kickoff. I hope there's going to be some great first round games once again for the tournament this year. I bet there will. Michigan State against Bradley, that was a huge shock. Yeah, if he's around in the opening weekend, we're definitely gonna do that. I'll definitely let him know about it. But he loves to watch March Madness too. It's always like the best time of the year, like to fill out the brackets and stuff. I always take like my 2 vacation days from work during that day, because I have like so many vacation days too at work, because usually at my workplace, like I usually work like every single day of the week for the weekdays there. I don't like the vacation days just keep on piling up for me, so I have like a bunch of vacation days now, because I'm just so needed, like called upon on at my work, because I'm just so valuable to the radio station that I work at and everything. But yeah, those are the 2 days that I always take off in March to call play-by-play, and it's always a blast, like when I call those games on the Thursday and Friday, and then throughout the weekend. So here we are, back to action here, guys. Thanks so much for joining me on YouTube and Sportscaster, as the Jets will kick off this football, goes to the back of the end zone, and the Ravens will take it out at their own 25-yard line as we start out the third quarter. So quarter number 3 starting right now. 15 minutes loaded onto that clock. If somebody had asked me like what team I would take like as of right now for like to win the NCAA tournament, I would tell them I have honestly no clue. I have no clue at this point who I would ever take with all the upsets Last season, if you guys had asked me like a year ago, I would have said Michigan right now at this point. Jackson rolling out to his right. He's going to step up. He'll scramble. Oh, down the left sideline. Picks up about a gain of 4 to the 29. Yes, hard work is always appreciated. You do it here all the time. I appreciate it, Patrick. And people always take notice. It's great. I hope, like around Christmas or so, or the New Year's, what I'm gonna do for this channel is I'm gonna get like a new laptop here for the channel very soon. I think when I have a problem here with my laptop, it's when I don't have like a problem during the game or anything. It's when I like reboot my laptop like up. It always makes like a terrible noise with the fan. Like I have to start up the laptop like a half hour before I actually stream for you guys, because there's just a huge buzzing noise in the fan here like every time when they start it up. That's a run. Up the middle, gain of about 5 in the carries. It's going to be a 3rd and 3 coming up. So Ravens 3rd and 3 here. But I'm going to get a laptop very soon, a new one. So when I do get a new laptop, I'll start scheduling like all the videos that I call play-by-play for. Like I used to do, like well ahead of time. Like probably like 2-3 days ahead of time. I'll schedule all the videos for you guys instead of like scheduling them in when I'm ready to stream like an hour before the game. Jackson from the gun takes a snap, passes short right side. That ball deflected the line of scrimmage and incomplete as they force him on a 3 and out. Wow, so the Jets defense gets a pretty rare 3 and out, back-to-back 3 and outs by the Ravens on their last 2 drives. That pass was batted up at the line of scrimmage. Wow. So 4th and 3. Sam Koch standing at his own 19, gets the snap, boots this football away. So we have 13 and a half left to go in the third. Angles it towards the far side of the field. That ball juggled, but returned down the right sideline. 30-yard line. And they take it to the 31 where they're tackled. So that's where the Jets will get the ball. 13:20 left remaining in the third quarter. 7-yard return by the Jets. They'll get the snap once we get back after commercial break. Yeah, so once again, my laptop, like the new laptop that comes in, I'm just gonna have to figure out how to transfer like all these graphics like over here, like all these graphics over to the new laptop. That's what I'm gonna have to figure out to transfer, because the reason why I don't schedule like these games like every single day is like just in case like my laptop fan blows up inside and then I have to run out to Best Buy and buy a new computer before I order one from like HP online. Let's see, Patrick pointing out he doesn't mind immediate ones, but he's sure it makes it easier for some people.
What are you doing, man? There you go.
Let's see here. So right now we're just on this commercial break. We'll head right back in here a couple minutes. 12 first downs by Baltimore. They kind of stalled out, though, the last 2 drives. Not being able to move the ball downfields. But they've been going run more than pass the last couple plays. So we'll see what happens here. If Baltimore can stop the Jets. Jets with a couple big plays, though. Past few drives in this game by Vincent Smith. Their wide receiver got a long 31 on one of his catches. Jamison Crowder with a 41-yard catch. He's got 5 catches for 72 yards. Taking a look at the NBA right now. Celtics and 76ers. Close game. 81-80 is the score between those two teams tonight. They just ended the third quarter, too. So Kemba Walker with 26 points at the end of 3. Joel Embiid with 22. Cavaliers up by 5 against the Spurs. 63-58. Mavericks up against the Pistons. 51-50. By the way, Seth Curry, Steph's younger brother, has got 18 tonight for Dallas. Andre Drummond with 20 tonight for the Pistons. But yeah, once football ends, what I do plan to do, I do plan to stream basketball for like one day on the weekends usually. Whatever day I'm not out and about with my girlfriends, I'll stream like basketball for you guys. I usually stream for college basketball during like February and March. I'll usually stream during the day that's like the better like the better day for basketball, and then Sierra on the day that doesn't have like that many great games. 1st and 10 coming up. They take the snap. Darnold hands it off up the middle on the carry to Le'Veon Bell. Takes it past the 35 to about the 37. Rushes that one for about a 5-yard gain. Brings up a 2nd and 5. But yeah, I hope to do a stream on Christmas for you guys for the basketball channel. As far as like the basketball channel, like after Christmas all the way to New Year's, I was taking a look at the basketball schedule, and there really isn't much going on as far as nationally televised games. That's a run up the middle by Le'Veon Bell, stuck on the pile to just shy of the 40. Nothing really going on for like the NBA and college from like December 26th to like December 31st, because that's when there's like all the bowl games going on for like college football. So I might stream a couple of those bowl games for you guys for college football. I might even do some like interesting type of streams like later on throughout the year. Like if I'm around, I might do some like different types of sports in there. Maybe like when the Olympics come around on Sportscaster, I'll do some like different types of sports on Sportscaster for you guys. Maybe some Olympic basketball too, if there's any full games of the Olympics for basketball. Darnold takes the snap, right side, passes. That one, oh, and they're going to say it's out of bounds. It was down the right sideline. Robbie Anderson caught it, but it was out of bounds. But yeah, that would be pretty cool if I was free for you guys over like the summer. If the only thing is like I wouldn't know when the basketball schedule would be for the Olympics. I just have to like see what games are live. Some of them are pre-recorded, that's why. And some of them they only bring you like parts of it, like highlight clips, and then they go to like another sport that's live. Like NBC cuts like to one thing and then cuts to the other, brings you back to it later on. They only show parts of the game. Lack Edwards gets the snap, punts this football away for the Jets. The Ravens back to return, and they call for a fair catch at their own 19. So Baltimore coming back onto the field here in just a moment. Baltimore on pace here to get win number 12 tonight. We'll see if they can get it right now. If they do win this game, that means that they'll lock up that number 1 seed in the NFL. Well, let's take a look here right now. I'm going to take a look at the NFL playoff picture for the AFC at the moment. So the Patriots, with them losing, that bumps them still down below Baltimore. Well, actually, okay, they'd be number 1. Yeah, they'd be number 1 with, they would need a Patriots loss to be number 1, actually. Baltimore would need to win the next game as I'm taking a look at it. Right? Yeah, because they go 12-2. And the Patriots would have to win the next 2. Yep. Patrick putting you could cover golf. Yeah, I'm not really that big of a golf fan. I barely watch any golf. NASCAR is what I would like to cover. Sometimes, though. Like, the big races from time to time for NASCAR. Probably for, like, Sportscaster, I might do, like, a couple NASCAR races. Maybe, like, the Indy 500, too, if we're around for that. Usually we go away, though, in Memorial Day weekends. Because we have a summer place up in New Hampshire. Maybe some Big 3 basketball, too, if I'm not that busy over the summer. Some of the weekends, I'm usually busier than other weekends and stuff like that. Yeah, that game is still close. 76ers and Celtics 84-82 with about 10 minutes left to go. So that's a good game between those two. Kemba Walker now with 26. Gordon Hayward with 15. Daniel Tice with 12. Jason Tatum, though, struggling 3 for 15. Only has 9 points tonight by Jason Tatum. Right now we're on commercial break. Patrick putting out he's not a golf person at all. It's fun to play, awful to watch. Yes. Yeah, it's just not too fun to watch. It just goes on and on and on. I kind of feel like golf is just like watching golf for like the whole day is more like a waste of a day compared to like actually what you can accomplish during a day. Vaughn putting covering shooting in the Olympics. That'd be an interesting one to cover. There's so many Olympic sports there. It depends on like what's the hot Olympic sport that NBC always airs. Jackson takes the snap, play action as the Ravens have the football now. They pass it across the middle. That pickup about a gain of 9 to Hollywood Brown. As he catches it, it'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. Olympic sports list. I'm trying to see here what that Olympic sports list will be. There's always the stuff like, I feel like I get beach volleyball and volleyball a lot. Like, those are the sports that we usually watch for the Olympics. Like, those sports are on constantly, like the volleyball games. As this is going to be a zone read, Lamar Jackson picks up the 1st down as he gets it on the shifty move past the 30 to the 32. 11 minutes now left to go in the 3rd quarter. We got the 1st and 10 coming up for the Ravens. Whoa, I'm taking a look at the Olympic sports schedule. They got something new called FIBA. It's something called 3-on-3 basketball that they'll be having starting in 2020 for the Olympics. That sounds cool. So that's not like the actual basketball, like the countries playing against each other, like Team USA taking on like Australia, Japan. We got ourselves something called 3-on-3 basketball instead of 5-on-5. That is interesting. That's a run up the middle. They're going to take it to the 35-yard line. Gain of 4. It'll be a 2nd and 6 now for the Ravens off the carry by Ingram. 3-on-3 basketball. Of course, yeah, gymnastics. We always get, like, in the primetime slots, we always get gymnastics. Synchronized diving is on quite a bit, too. That'd be something that'd be interesting to call. They have crazy stuff. Mountain biking, BMX racing, track cycling. Wow, that's crazy. Jackson 5 wide here. 2 to the left, 3 to the right. Takes the snap. Back to pass here in the pocket. Jackson, sidearm pass over to Marquise Hollywood Brown at the 40. Gets wrapped up. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 here for the Ravens. Badminton. Boxing, fencing, field hockey. Soccer. Handball. Ping pong, I think, yeah. Table tennis. Ping pong is one of my favorites to always watch. 3rd and 1 coming up. They have it just shy of the 42-yard line. They hand it off up the middle. Gus Edwards stops shy, though, right into a brick wall. As he will not get the 1st down for the Ravens. He'll be denied. And it'll bring up now a punting situation. Volleyball and tennis also sports, yes. But are fun, but not so fun to watch, yeah. Tennis goes on for a very long time. Like, there's, like, no time limit to tennis. Like, that match, like, if you keep on getting, like, point after point, you can, like, shut out that person. That could be, like, a 30, 40-minute tennis match. Or, like, the tennis match could go into, like, a match of, like, 7-5, 7-5, 7-5, and it could go for, like, over, like, 3 hours. I like to watch the beach volleyball, not like the team volleyball and, like, the actual court that much, but the beach volleyball, like, the doubles is pretty cool. As that is a punt by the Ravens. They angle it towards the far side of the field. It's a fair catch by the Jets around the 15-yard line. That's where they get the football. So the Jets will get the football once we get back from commercial break here. We'll take over at their own 15. We got 8 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Yes, John does hate tennis. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of, like, watching tennis either. I do like watching ping pong, though. That is so fun to watch. When I was in high school, I used to love playing ping pong, like, during gym class. They got softball? Really? Wow, I'm taking a look at this right now. They have softball. It's an Olympic sport. I wonder if that's, like, the first time ever they have that. Oh, huh. They brought it back for 2020. Yeah, they brought it back for 2020 for softball. They didn't, okay, so they didn't have it in the 2 prior Olympics. They didn't have it in 2012, 2016. They did have softball in 2008. But wow, they're bringing back softball. That's so cool. Skateboarding. Skateboarding, that is right. They got skateboarding for the first time ever. Do I watch poker? I actually do not watch poker. I used to watch poker, like, a couple of times when I was, like, a kid, like, growing up. I was like, what is this? Like, the first time when I was, like, 8, 9, 10 years old. They also, yeah, they have Olympic sailing, Olympic rowing, karate, judo. Baseball is back for the Olympics. Yep. Wow. Trampoline. Oh, that's with that's with gymnastics, I think. I like some of the Olympic sports though, with like the speeds, with the Winter Olympic sports though, like speed skating is a good Olympic sport. So these are the ones that they don't do for summer. They don't do these anymore for summer. Let's see, tug of war. They used to do tug of war for an Olympic sport. They used to do figure skating in the summer. They took that away though. Used to, same as ice hockey. They did ice hockey for a year in the Olympics. They took that one away. Took away lacrosse. Took away cricket. Took away croquet. They used to have... They don't do rugby? I thought they did rugby. Oh, rugby sevens. Okay, rugby union, whatever that is called, they don't do. And... yeah, lacrosse they took away out of that. So that's the big sport that they don't have anymore in the Olympics is lacrosse. So we're back to action. Jets with the football, the handoff towards the right side of Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell gain a 2 in the carry, brings up a 2nd and 8. So we have 8:15 left to go in the third. Let's see here. New sports for the 2020 Summer Olympics will be softball, baseball will be back, karate, sport climbing, surfing, and skateboarding. That'll be cool to watch skateboarding. 2nd and 7 coming up, as we're under 8 minutes left to go before halftime. They go in the ace formation, Bell in the backfield, Anderson moving in motion towards the left. Darnold takes a snap. Play action, back to pass in the pocket. Darnold steps up, releases, right sideline, got him for the first down. It's Robbie Anderson. Out of bounds on the catch around the 43. So Robbie Anderson picks up the first down on the grab as he goes across the middle of the field on the slant towards the far side and picks it up for the first down. By the way, close game still 76ers against the Celtics as Philly leads 92-88. Celtics are undefeated so far at the TD Garden with a 10-0 record. Darnold ace formation as he goes play action back to pass, screens it off left side over to Bell. Bell wrapped up in the backfield, drags back for a loss of 3 at the 30. So it'll be a 2nd down and 13 coming up. Let's see, skateboarding and Olympics. Yep, that'll be great. Other skateboarding events they have are awesome, yes. Yeah, I haven't watched skateboarding, like, on TV in, like, over a year, but, so that would be cool to see skateboarding once again. So, like, usually they compete with a lot of the other sports that I watch, but when I do watch skateboarding, it's usually, like, during, like, the off-season, like, around, like, August or so. That's when they put those games on for, like, the X Games. They screen it out to the right. That pass complete. They take it for a screen pass, minimal yardage to about the 35. They get it back. So it's going to be now about a 3rd and 8 coming up for the Jets. Jackson's numbers only 8 for 11, 69 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 70 rushing yards by Jackson tonight. The Jets have held on to the football just a long, long time. They possess the ball now for over 20 minutes. Ravens with the football for around 17 minutes, 52 seconds. So, Jets on the 3rd and 8, 5:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 3 bunched up to the left side for wide receivers. They take the snap. Darnold in the pocket, back to pass. Oh, Sam Darnold gets collapsed, and he gets stripped of the football and fumbles it in the pocket, and the Ravens recover it. What a fumble right there as Baltimore comes away with it on the play. As that was Jihad Ward who recovered a football. Just blows past this blocker. That was Tyus Bowser, the one that was able to strip away the football. Number 54, Jihad Ward, was the one who got the fumble recovery off of it. So Baltimore off the turnover. So 2 turnovers now for the Jets, as the Ravens have played clean football. Oh, this might actually be reversed. I think his knee was down. I think Sam Darnold's knee was down. Ooh, that is close. Sam Darnold was bobbling that ball. It is close. That act of possession, if he had the football or not, that will be close there. Let's see what this call will be. We got 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. If they do stand with the call that it was a fumble recovered by the Ravens, or if this one will be reversed on this play. Let's see. Patrick likes the street events for skateboarding. The vert, the ramp style was never his thing, even when he skated. And they're going to say that it's the Ravens football. So Ravens get off the turnover. Jackson floats it up to the end zone. Dangerous pass. It's incomplete. Lucky there. Hayden Hurst was the one intended wide receiver ball all over that coverage. The Jets almost had the pick on the play with Darrell Roberts in coverage. Yeah, I haven't skateboarded in like for ages. That used to be the thing like when I was back in middle school. Like 12 years ago, that used to be the thing that a lot of people liked, was skateboarding back in like the 6th grade. I went out and buy myself a skateboard. I just like never kept up with it or anything. I skated for like a year and then I packed it away. And then this year at the Lamar Jackson takes the snap, floats it up to the end zone, left corner. Marquise Hollywood Brown hauls it in for the touchdown. So we got 5:09 left to go in the third quarter, and they are cooking right now. 27-7 the score. Let's see, 1 foot down. Oh, nice drag of the toe. He gets it into the end zone. Did that toe actually... Yeah, that's dragging the ground. That's dragging the ground. I don't know what Troy Aikman is pointing about here. That right toe is definitely dragging the ground. Troy Aikman on Fox is saying no, it didn't, but that is definitely dragging the ground from that angle I saw. And it is confirmed it is a touchdown. So 27-7 now. What an adjustment at the back of the end zone for the touchdown catch by Hollywood Brown. Touchdown pass number 3 tonight for Jackson. As this extra point is up, this one is through. So Tucker adds it on. 28-7 the score. 21-point lead. So they are covering the spread at the moment. Ravens were favored by 17 tonight. So yeah, right now, just in the commercial break, we'll head right back here in a couple of moments as we're on Sportscaster. We're on YouTube tonight calling play-by-play. Yeah, I used to skateboard for like a year back in the 6th grade. And then I just like stopped after that. Actually, I had like a yard sale over the summer this year, and I was looking to like sell a couple things of mine. So I packed up the skateboards and sold a couple of skateboards to somebody. So I was able to give them to somebody who invested in them or so. So that's always a good feeling when I'm able to give stuff away to somebody who's able to purchase something to make it to good use, which is really awesome. But yeah, for skateboarding and stuff for TV, I like to watch like the half pipe stuff. Those things are pretty cool for the half pipe. I wonder who's gonna be in it for like skateboarding. I can't remember like all the people's names from like over a decade ago. But I wonder here. I bet like if Tony Hawk, like is he gonna skateboard here? Like will he go into like the actual Olympics, or is he retired? I don't think he'd be able to go into the actual Olympics. I think he's like over 50 years old. Yeah, it says 51 years old. He is. He's probably on to like bigger and better things, but he is basically like the role model who started skateboarding there. Patrick puts out he skated for about 7 years, and the Jets just haven't been able to do anything. Yep. Nothing going on for the Jets in this one. Do you know a song called It Feels Like Tonight? Yeah, isn't that by Daughtry? I think that's by Daughtry. That is a flashback to my like 6th grade days, all the way back to like 2007, if it is 2007, 2008. Yeah, Feels Like Tonight by Daughtry. Wow. January 8th, 2008. That's when that song was released. Wow, these songs, like, back in the day. Like, these were songs back in the day. I remember all those songs when I was in middle school. Shawty Got Low. Low by Flow Rider was a huge one. T.I. was huge, and then he got arrested. He had a short career, but, like, back in 2009, he was just great as far as, like, his music career. Whatever You Like and Live Your Life with Rihanna, those two songs were lit. As that's a return by the Jets as they take it to at the 25-yard line. So Jets now with the football. Vaughn puts, John Loves It Feels Like Tonight. Yes. Nice throwback there with Daughtry. So many good, like great songs from, like, those days where they used to have, like, rock all over the radio. I feel like nowadays it's more like hip-hop and rap that's taking the airwaves. A lot of, like, processed music, too. But, like, back then, like, if you went back to, like, the decade before, the 2000s, there was, like, a bunch of rock in the radio. Darnold takes the snap, flushed out to his right, passes this one, throws it out of bounds, and it's incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10. 4:55 now left to go in the third quarter. Let's see here. Skateboarding is all different now since 10 years ago. Tony Hawk probably won't be in Olympics or X Games. Yeah, I feel like Tony Hawk's, like, 51 years old, I think, so I wouldn't imagine him to be in the Olympics or the X Games at that age. 2nd and 10 now. You have 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. They take the snap. Darnold hands it off to Bell. Bell cuts towards his right and picks up about a gain of 3 to the 29-yard line. That'll be a 3rd down and 7 coming up here on the field. So Ravens already clinched the playoffs. They can get a first-round bye this week if the Patriots do lose against Cincinnati. I'm saying that they probably won't have that happen to them. I hope not, but I think for, like, the first time, like, in the history of Patriots football in, like, this decade, the Patriots are going to be having this game called by the CBS D team for announcers. Sam Darnold takes the snap, left side. That one's off the mark, incomplete over to Jamison Crowder. Stops the clock with 4:07 left to go. Let's see here. I'm just going to take a look at the announcers for that game for the Patriots, because that is, I think it's just covered in New England and in, like, Ohio, and that is it. Let's see here. So, for the Ravens tonight, Lamar Jackson, 9 for 13, 93 passing yards, 3 touchdown passes. So, he's thrown less than 100 passing yards, but he's got 3 touchdown passes. He's thrown those touchdown passes to these players, three separate players. Miles Boykin, a wide receiver. Marquise Brown, another wide receiver. And Mark Andrews, the tight end. Andrews, the leading receiver. Or no, Brown, the leading receiver now. 3 catches, 38 yards by Brown, touchdown catch. Mark Andrews, 3 catches, 16 yards, touchdown grab. So, yeah, right now we're right on commercial break once again. Jets just punted the football away once again over to the Ravens. Ravens will get this thing right back. This game is just slowed down a ton. So Baltimore will take this football over at their own 20 once we get back after this commercial break. Let's see here. December 15th, 2019 for NFL football. These are the announcers for the this weekend's games. We'll take a look at the CBS games. Houston against Tennessee, as Jim Nantz and Tony Romo will be on the call for Houston versus Tennessee. That's where most of the U.S. will get that game on CBS. Patrick put in, they just tiptoed all over the Jets. Yep. Second half here, they're just running the ball constantly. Like, Lamar has barely, like, attempted any passes here in the second half because they're just gonna run the clock out to just get this game finished and over with and just move on to their next game. Denver versus Kansas City with Ian Eagle and Dan Fouts. So that's basically the CBS B team. The CBS C team with Miami versus the New York Giants with Spiro Dides and Adam Archuleta. So they cover that game, and the Patriots get coverage for, like, the first time as long as I can remember without an announcer from CBS being either Jim Nantz, Ian Eagle, Greg Gumbel, or Kevin Harlan. they do not have any for those announcers for this game, for play-by-play guys. They have, for this one, Andrew Catalon and James Lofton. So that's who they have. Very small coverage for this game here. It's for the Patriots-Cincinnati game, it looks like only these states get it. Parts of Connecticut, all of Rhode Island, parts of Massachusetts. Not even Western Mass is getting this game, by the way. They are in the Albany market, so they'll be getting the Giants game on CBS. But Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. Those are the 6 states that will be getting the Patriots game against Cincinnati. And then a portion of Kentucky, a small portion of southwestern Ohio, where Cincinnati's located alongside Dayton, and then a portion of West Virginia. And that is basically it. That is just the only states that are getting that Patriots-Cincinnati game on Sunday. Hey, welcome in, Gavin. Thanks so much for stopping by over on Sportscaster right now. So, Ravens will have the football back. They'll start off from their own 20-yard line as we have now 3:56 left to go in the third quarter. Let's see here. Vaughn putting on, do I know what the Clemson coach's name is? And who is the Clemson coach? He knows who the Clemson coach's name is. Yeah, that's Dabo Sweeney, the head coach, as they hand it off up the middle there in the carry. They slip and fall. And they go down for only like a 1-yard gain by Mark Ingram on the run. Yeah, Dabo Sweeney. I wonder what his record is if I take a look at his record right now. Let's see. His coaching record for Clemson is 129 wins and 30 losses. Winning percentage of 81. So, Ravens, they just constantly run the football here in the second half. 2nd and 8, Jackson passes. That one off the hands. It's incomplete to Patrick Ricard. And they'll bring up now a 3rd and 8. He just threw it a little bit behind Ricard, the fullback. So, 3rd and 8, 3:13 left to go in the third quarter. 28-7 the score. So, the Ravens haven't turned over the ball in this game. They're just trying to run it as much as possible, I feel like, to get that clock running and get this game finished and over with. 14 first downs by Baltimore, 242 yards, most of those in the first half. Ravens take the snap on the 3rd and 8. Back to pass Jackson across the middle. Gets Hollywood Brown as he is dragged down just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets with another big stop in the 3rd down. Yep, the refs coming in just shy with a football. As we are under 3 minutes left to go in the third. 4th and 1 coming up for the Ravens. Is Baltimore going for this? Let's see here. Is Baltimore going for this? We're going to see. 4th and 1. Yes, they have their offense down. Wow. The Ravens will go for this in the 4th and 1. 4th down conversions. 15 for 20 this season. They're deep. They're in their territory as well. 4th and 1. Deep in their territory. They're going for it at their own 29. Ravens from the gun here with Jackson. Takes the snap. Back to pass. On the 4th and 1 from their own 29. Rolls out to the right. Jackson. Going to pass downfield. This one caught wide open. Andrews at the 50. 45 to the 40. Chopped up. Just shy of the 35-yard line at the near sideline by Mark Andrews as he was left wide open on that grab. I cannot believe that. 4th and 1 and the Jets give up that. Andrews just snuck behind the defense. Somebody for the Jets fell down defensively in coverage on Andrews. That was number 20, Marcus May, who was the one who fell down in coverage. What a pass on the 4th and 1 by Jackson. 1:50 left to go in the third quarter. Lamar takes the snap. Pump fakes. Back to pass in the pocket. Airs it out. Complete. First down. Gain of 12. On the catch. Seth Roberts hauls in his first pass of the game with 1:35 left to go. They are on fire. What a fastball by Jackson. Sidearm fastball, too. 1st and 10, and we have flags all over the place. Flags all over the place. I think the Jets were the ones with the guilty party for another encroachment penalty. If so, that'll be penalty number 3 tonight for just encroachment only. Here's the penalty call. And it's on the offense. False start. So the refs say false start by the Ravens before. Coach Harbaugh did not see that at all. He's talking to the official. He thought it was clear encroachment that... Let's see here in the replay. I want to take a look at this. Boos from the crowd right now. Oh, that is clear encroachment by the Jets. That's a bad call. That's a terrible call. I didn't see any movement. 77 stayed still on the offensive line for the Ravens. The Jets should have been called all way for jumping offsides. I can't believe that. 1st and 15. Jackson takes a snap back to pass here. Steps up. He's going to flush out to his right. Jackson scrambling around, and he'll pass it downfield towards the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 2nd and 15 now. 1:04 left to go in the third. Vaughn putting in the chat, it feels like tonight, and I can't believe it's broken inside. Can you see? There's nothing. What to do? Try it up to you. Yup. Classic lyrics to that song. It feels like tonight by Daughtry. What a throwback. What a throwback. Back to the day. Almost 12 years ago, that song was released. 2nd and 15, with 1:04 left to go in the third. Jackson 5 wide from the gun, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Takes the snap. In the pocket back to pass, and we get the flag down. Got a flag down as they snapped off that football. And that'll be an offensive penalty by the Ravens. They're going to say delay a game. Ravens penalty, delay a game. Alright, so here we are, 2nd and 20. Coming up on the field right now as they take the snap back to pass. Jackson steps up, unleashes this one, left side corner to the end zone. Got it in the back shoulder fade, did he? Seth Roberts does. He gets it for the touchdown. What a catch by Seth Roberts, and this game is starting to be a massacre. 34-7 with 58 seconds left to go in the third quarter. What a throw on the money to Seth Roberts. It's one-on-one coverage working on Marcus May and able to blow past Marcus May, and Lamar Jackson finds himself touchdown pass number 4. What a clinic. What an adjustment there. A little bit underthrown. Great adjustment by Seth Roberts back to the football and got the touchdown. Here comes on the extra point by Tucker to snap the hole. This kick is up. Dead center through the uprights. It is 35-7. Hopefully you took the Ravens to cover on the spread, because if you did, it's looking like it right now with 58 seconds left to go in the third. Jets will get back the football. So yeah, right now in this commercial break, let's take a look at Lamar Jackson's numbers. 13 completions, 19 passing attempts, 181 passing yards, and now 4 passing touchdowns to 4 different receivers. Seth Roberts, Marquise Brown, Miles Boykin, and Mark Andrews all have a separate touchdown reception. Mark Ingram with a touchdown run earlier in this game. Lamar Jackson with 70 rushing yards and 7 carries as well. Taking a look at the NBA, close game, 35 seconds left to go. 76ers lead the Celtics 110-106. Kemba Walker with 29. Joel Embiid with 33 points, 13 rebounds. Other games in the NBA tonight, Spurs were down by 10 at halftime against the Cavaliers. They are up right now by 5, 91-86, with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Mavericks taking a crushing lead against the Pistons, up 76-60. Luka Doncic with a double-double, 28 points, 11 rebounds. Andre Drummond with a double-double, 22 points, 10 boards. This is going to be a short pooch kick by Tucker, fielded at the 20. Here goes Montgomery. Montgomery tried to go to the right side at the 20, and he gets tackled for no yards on the return. Ty Montgomery ran the football from the left side of the field to the right side for about 10 yards to the other side of the field and got no yards in the gain on the return. Yep, going to be a long fourth quarter for the Jets. Oh, man. What a clinic tonight by this Ravens team. 53 seconds left to go in the third. Sam Darnold now goes from the shotgun formation for New York. He goes 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Darnold from the gun takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Darnold steps out of it, flushed out to the right here. Darnold gonna scramble. Pass of 25 down the right sideline. 30 gets the first down. Gain of 11 on the quarterback keeper. Out of bounds by Sam Darnold. Got 45 seconds left to go in the third. Alright, this clock ticking down before, it's under 30 seconds now left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 coming up for the Jets. They have it at their own 33. Darnold from the ace formation. Bell in the backfield. 2 wide to the left. 2 to the right. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Left side over in the carry to Le'Veon Bell. Stiff arm. After the 35-yard line. Out of bounds around the 36. So that takes the clock down to the end of the third quarter. One more quarter left to go in action. Looks like the Ravens will seal this one up in the deal with 1 quarter left remaining as they look to go 12-2 on the season. A blowout here in this game. This was as expected. A type of blowout in this game tonight. So whoever had predicted for the Jets to win this game, and people were thinking about making a big payment if the Jets had pulled off the comeback, well, their hopes not too high about right now. This Ravens team is just way too good. Let's see here. Vaughn pointing out that he told his mother and told his father. Oh no, these are the lyrics. Tell my mother and tell my father I did the best I can to make it realize that this is my life. I could understand. I'm not angry. Yep. Back in the day, Daughtry. Man, the classic rock songs that they had back in the day. Second Chance by Shinedown. That was a good song too. They had some good rock songs back in the day. They need some more of those nowadays. Wow, Celtics with a 3-point shot. It is 110-109. Philly versus Boston with 26 seconds remaining there. I'm going to update you guys with the scores throughout the NBA. Joel Embiid with 33. Tobias Harris with 23 tonight. 15 by Mike Scott. Josh Richardson with 14 for the 76ers. For the Celtics tonight, 20 points by Enes Kanter. 10 for 13 from the floor. Talking about efficiency. That is good efficient shooting there by Enes Kanter. For the Celtics as well, 29 points by Kemba Walker leading the way, 19 points by Gordon Hayward, 16 by Daniel Tice, Jason Tatum with 15. And the 76ers just scored, by the way, as they are back up by 3, 112-109 with 25 seconds remaining. So that's what's going on in that game right now. I'll keep an eye on that game for you guys. As far as the other games in the NBA score update for sports, Spurs up against the Cavaliers with 2 minutes left remaining, 97-93, close game there. Mavericks up against the Pistons, 82-66. College basketball tonight, if I can bring that up. I'll see what's going on in college basketball tonight. West Virginia over Austin P, 84-53. Northern Iowa looking like they're going to go 10-1 to start out their season as they're crushing Grand Canyon University, 75-55. And we're back to action here. So 2nd and 7. Jets with the football as we start the fourth quarter. Left side pass in midfield. Jamison Crowder falls incomplete. So that is how we start the fourth quarter in this game. Iowa beat Iowa State, by the way, tonight, 84-68. So that's the final score of that game with the in-state rivalry. All right, 3rd and 7 coming up now for the Jets. Jets go from the shotgun formation. Robbie Anderson lined up to the right side here, alongside its tight end, and Vincent Smith. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. As far as receivers, Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. Darnold screens it over, right side over to his tight end as he takes it for only a minimal yardage, 4-yard gain on the catch. And it's going to be short of first down. Needed 7, got 4, so it will be a 4th and 3 as the Jets will have another 4th down coming up. So the Ravens force a Jets punt. So the Jets will bring on their punting unit onto the field as this clock will tick under 14:30 left remaining. In a 35-7 game. Big blowout tonight. Not really much of anything here by the Jets in the second half for sure. It's just that one drive they got a touchdown on. Snap, and this punt by Lack Edwards. He boots it towards the far side of the field. At the numbers as they try to go for a fair catch, and there was a lot of contact there. As that ball get downed by the Jets. Great punt as they down it at the 2-yard line. I thought the Ravens might have tried to go for the... Did that bounce off a Ravens player? Aha, that was close. That was close. We cannot really see in the replays. They go on to commercial break, but number 41 for the Baltimore Ravens, the ball might have glanced off the back of number 41, Anthony Levine of the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, I actually did check out Electric Football. They have a cool YouTube video on it. So yeah, that looks so cool. There was like something, I think I was checking it out, like an actual Electric Football like game that they were playing at like a tournament or something like that, where like it was like a 2-player tournament and the guy was actually like announcing the game. But I checked out like a YouTube video of Electric Football. That's so cool though. They have like so many cool stuff that people do, that like a lot of people, they're just so talented with stuff. Like I've seen a couple videos on YouTube, like I have no clue how they make it. One of them is like NASCAR that they use with like NASCAR racing with Legos, and somebody does like a whole like NASCAR racing season, like every single week that there's a NASCAR race. The person who has the channel puts out like a video of like the NASCAR race in Legos, and he like actually announces the race. It's like so cool to see that stuff. I think, yes, somebody did that. Somebody who was on my channel asked me to subscribe to his channel, and I did, and I checked it out, and I was like, this is so cool. He's doing, like, NASCAR, racing with Legos and stuff, and, like, it was so cool. Yeah, NASCAR Lego racing. NASCAR actually has a video here, Daytona's biggest moments told with toy blocks. And they have like all the best like NASCAR races from like history's past, all with like toy blocks. With like Dale Earnhardt winning the Daytona 500 in 1979 Daytona 500 fight. That's so cool. Let's see, Vaughn pointing out, do you want to put Wheeler Walker Jr.'s lyric songs? I think we're all set with Wheeler Walker Jr. here. I'm not too big of a country music fan. Country music isn't really, like, big in the Northeast. So they have tournaments for cash prizes for Electric Football. They always need announcers and players. That's awesome. Wow. That's so cool. I'll definitely take a look at that. Like, if there's like a tournament website, I'll definitely Google that up sometime to see if there's any tournaments near me. Yeah. Oh, wow. So, yeah, Electric Football Tournament. And, yeah, that's what I looked up. I looked up a couple of these, like, tournament things. I think it was Electric Coach. I saw his things. Oh, wow. They have somebody who put Championship Game Day over here. Washington Redskins versus Dallas Cowboys. Electric Football. That's so cool. So, this play was challenged. The rolling on the field stands as called, so it will be Ravens football. But that would be cool sometime, like, if I had, like, the opportunity, like, over the weekend or something like that, to call, like, an actual Electric Football tournament game. That'd be, like, awesome to do. Like, I wonder, like, if there's any around my area. I'm definitely gonna take a look at the tournament schedule and see. Alright, so Ravens will take this football at their own 3-yard line. They have it. Jackson out of the pistol now. Ingram in the backfield. They take the snap. Hand off to Ingram. Ingram past the 5-yard line, and he goes forward past the 10 to the 11. So pickup of 8 by Mark Ingram. Quick flag in the play, though, as we have 14 minutes left to go. Yes, Wheeler Walker Jr. is a country artist. Yeah, I'm not that big into country. Country wasn't really my thing, like, growing up as far as music. And both penalties are by the defense. Offsides by the Jets. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness by the defense too. So 2 fouls in the same play by the Jets. And anyway, the Ravens will get a first down out of it. Alright, so, yeah, looking at that replay, that is too tough to see if that ball actually glanced off the shoulder pad of Levine or not for the Ravens. That looked really close. I wish they could put it up closer on the replay because the camera is way too far back. Here's a handoff up the middle to Ingram. Ingram on the carry, he takes it for a brief gain, about a gain of 1. It's going to bring up now a 2nd and 9. He makes country songs. Wheeler Walker Jr. with his acoustic guitar. Good old Southern country. 13 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. They get 159 rushing yards as a team. They've yet to hit their 200 season average. They go play action. Jackson back to pass in the pocket. Jackson steps up. Jackson tried to run for it. He gets sacked, though. A loss of 1 as Jackson felt the pressure from behind. And Lamar got sacked. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 8 here on the fields. Mark Ingram along the sideline. What a phenomenal season. What a great choice by Mark Ingram to make the move to the Ravens in the offseason. Team up with Lamar Jackson, and this is what they've got this year. Jackson from the gun now on the 3rd and 8. It's got Gus Edwards to change the pace back towards the right side. Takes the snap. Back to pass in the pocket. Launches. Deep downfield. He's open. Overshoots Mark Andrews. It would have been a walk-in touchdown. If Jackson had thrown that on the line, that would have been a touchdown. He just lollipopped it up there in the lob over the top. He missed him. He missed him by a yard. It was close. He just missed Mark Andrews by a yard. Andrews isn't the fastest type of receiver. He is a bigger type of tight end. But he was all alone. Like, nobody was covering down the middle of the field. I think his man slipped and fell. So, Sam Koch will punt away this football now, standing at his own 15-yard line as he gets a snap. He boosts this one away. It gets blocked by the Jets. Here goes the Jets off the block into the end zone for the touchdown. That is the highlight for the Greens day right there. 35-13 with 12:07 left to go in the 4th quarter. And special teams coming up free up the middle. I thought I was watching the Patriots. I thought I was honestly watching the Patriots on that last play on special teams. Straight up the middle, 2 players blowing past their blockers. Wow. 33 and 87 for the Jets. Daniel Brown was one of them. 87, he plays special teams in that last snap. 33 for the Jets. Jamal Adams as this snap to hold. Oh, the extra point is no good. Sam Ficken misses it right, and they get the block. Still, Sam Ficken misses the extra point, 35-13, 12:07 left to go in the 4th quarter yet. This is still a blowout, 22-point game. So right now on the commercial break, we'll head right back in here in just a moment. Let's see here. Patrick putting out, he wonders why the NFL never got a skunk blowout rule. If a team is up 50-0 in the first half, they should just stop. Same goes for teams who don't score since the first quarter. Jets. Yeah, I don't think that will ever happen in the NFL for like a blowout rule. But maybe for like college football. I see it more that they would need to use something like that for college football. I see that more. How like they have for like baseball. Like in Little League, they have the mercy rule, like the 10-run rule for baseball. They have that for college baseball, I think, too. They should put that in for college football. Like, if one team is down by like, say, like, if they're getting crushed, like 50 points, I'll set it on, because a lot of those games are for like TV things. If they're down by like 50 points after the end of the third quarter, they should just play 3 quarters and that should be it. But then once again, it's not really like good for the fans either, because the fans paid tickets for these games, but actually those tickets for the games are probably going to be $5, I hope. Like when you see like a game like Alabama versus Elon or something. Like, it would make the games to be scheduled with better teams in there too. That's what it would make it be there, instead of like we have like a top 5 team playing against an FCS school. Yep, Vaughn pointing out we're going to lose this game, and he knew it. It's just unfortunate for the Jets this year. I thought that they could have won 9-7, 8-8 for the Jets, but this year is just unfortunate with like no offensive line. Vaughn pointing out, do I know all Wheeler Walker Jr. songs? Actually, I just don't listen to him that much, so I'll say I don't know. So yeah, right now on the commercial break, how about the block by the Jets off the block punt? Hey, welcome in, Procaccini Prod. Welcome in, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Or yep, Alabama versus UMass if they ever have that game. Yeah, if they put that in for college football, like a 50-point mercy rule for college football, like if one team is down after the end of 3 quarters in college by like 50 points, that would make college football schedules be much tougher than what they do with like a top 5 team taking on like a very low school like an Alabama versus a UMass there. So 12:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. So we welcome you guys over to the stream. Yeah, Patrick putting out, most fans don't really want to see one-sided events. A little leads, 3 to 10 points is fun. Anything else can get out of hand. Yes, especially for football. Football, it's so tough to come back. And these football games can drag on as well. Like a college football game, typically this season, like it will start out around like 3:30 for like an SEC game, and then it will end around like after 7. It goes on for that long. Yeah, I heard that. 76ers beat the Celtics there as they go for an onside kick, and the Ravens recover it. Okay, 115-109 the final. Wow. Joel Embiid, what a game. 38 points by Embiid tonight. He had 13 rebounds. For the Celtics here, Kemba Walker had 29. Knocked down 5 3-point shots. They didn't get enough from Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. That's the problem, though. Jaylen Brown struggled tonight. 3 for 9 from the floor. He played 41 minutes, too. He played a lot of minutes out there. He only scored 8 points. Jason Tatum at 15 points in 34 minutes. But yeah, man, you must be excited about that. 76ers with a huge lead. That's the Celtics' first home loss of the season. Now they've lost back-to-back games. Ravens take the snap, handoff, left side, over to Mark Ingram, and he gets dragged back. Lost about 3 as he gets knocked back into the water cooler along the sideline. Right along into the water cooler. Along the sideline, Ingram. A little hobbly. He's going to take this play right off. Oof. Mark Ingram just bounced right into the Gatorade table and is trying to walk it off right now in a little bit of pain. 11:35 left to go in the fourth. Jackson back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Goes and rolls out to his left, and Jackson will just shovel it out of bounds. It's incomplete. Stops the clock with 11:27. Yeah, that's the other thing I don't get sense with for like sports is the Gatorade table. Why do you have to put the Gatorade table so close to the football field, like at the sidelines? That's another thing. That's like it's like a safety hazard for the players. They should put that as far back as possible. I saw a game for college football at the beginning of the year. One of the players slammed right, like, face first into the Gatorade table. It was so close. I think that was Alabama against Duke, like the first ever game of the season for week 2 there. They take the snap with Jackson 5 wide, back to pass here in the pocket. Jackson going to launch it across the middle, open, first down to Seth Roberts. Moving towards the right sideline, and he gets knocked to the bounce around the 26-yard line of Jets territory. Patrick putting out here. This year has been weird with all the upsets. It still goes on. Yeah. Basketball has just been wide open this season. Procaccini, Frank thought that the Jets were going to win the game. Oh, man. This Ravens team just too good. Jets did get a block punt, though. So, special teams. I thought that the Jets were the Patriots for a second with that blocked punt. They have it at the 26. The Ravens go from the pistol. They take the snap. They're going to go and go some misdirection here with the quarterback past the 20. 15 with Lamar Jackson on the bounds. They're on the 14-yard line off that quarterback. Redrawing the play. And Lamar Jackson just cementing what a phenomenal game it's been today with 10:32 remaining. Do I know Bryce Perkins? I think I've heard that name before too, Vaughn. I do. I've heard that name. Oh, Virginia. That's what I'm trying to get. Yep, the quarterback for Virginia is Bryce Perkins. There's so many quarterbacks there that have covered this season. A lot of the names I've gone through. First and goal, they roll out to the right. Back to pass, Jackson got him open at the right sideline. Ingram hurdling over a man at the goal line, goes in for the touchdown. They get a 40 spot on the board. 41-13 with 9:58 remaining. Lamar Jackson rolling out to his right, soft coverage underneath. And Mark Ingram hurtling right over at the goal line for the touchdown. Just soaring right over. Oh, it was more like a helicopter. Looking at the last replay, Mark Ingram just soaring over two men like a helicopter right at the goal line and got it in for the touchdown. So here comes on the extra point by Tucker. The snap to hold this kick is up. This one is good. Dead center. 42-13 now to score. As we approach the 11 o'clock hour on the East Coast, everybody. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by tonight on the play-by-play call to this stream. A blowout, though, during tonight's game here with these two teams. 21 first downs by the Ravens. They also have 384 yards total tonight in action. As far as rushing the football, 172 rushing yards. Their season average is around 200 this season. Jets with just too many penalties as well. 6 penalties for 74 total yards. Something I haven't done that much tonight has been taking a look at the rushing totals. That's what we'll do right now is the Jets with Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell with 17 rushes for 73 rushing yards. Lamar Jackson, 8 carries for 86 yards. Mark Ingram, 13 carries for 76 yards. Lamar Jackson, the Jackson 5, is back. He's got 5 passing touchdowns once again tonight by Lamar Jackson. Just a phenomenal game by Lamar here. They crushed the Rams a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Football. He was part of the Jackson 5 in that game, as Lamar Jackson had 5 passing touchdowns against the LA Rams. He had 4 passing touchdowns the week before against Houston, back on November 17th. They killed Houston 41-7. He had 3 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown against Cincinnati, a nasty one with a spin move for a long of 47. And Lamar Jackson, 5 touchdowns opening game against Miami. But what a season this year for Lamar Jackson. 33 touchdown passes to 6 picks. Lamar Jackson also with 7 rushing touchdowns so far this year. And it's been an incredible season. So another phenomenal Jackson 5 game here. Alright, so 9:58 left to go in the fourth quarter. And they'll kick off this football. It's a short one to the far side of the field as they field it at the 14, past the 20. Past the 30 here, moving towards the 35. That's where they're tackled. Vincent Smith on the return by the Jets. So they are getting destroyed, 42-13. Jets have the football now as they'll take over around their own 31. Two turnovers tonight by the Jets, but those turnovers wouldn't have done anything in this game. At this rate, how this Ravens team has just poured on the points tonight in this type of football matchup. 1st and 10 with 9:52 remaining. They go into ace formation as Darnold takes the snap. Handoff over to Bell. Bell, patience with a 3-yard carry to the 39. Yes, Ravens looking like they'll be right back into the Super Bowl again. They are showing the nation that they deserve to win the Super Bowl, that they really want it and they want it badly. But this team deserves to win the Super Bowl this year. 2nd and 7 with 9:15 left to go in the 4th quarter. Jets go 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Darnold from the gun with 2 on the play clock takes the snap. Drops back to pass in the pocket, gonna launch this one deep in the middle. He's got him. Oh, got him open for the first down. Rolling forward to the 20-yard line, and that's where forward progress will stop. Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson rolling down in the field, got up, and was met by 2 Raven defenders. Vaughn pointing out Virginia will be good next season, but they'll finish 2nd in the ACC Coastal. So Vaughn has some really good faith there in UNC for next year with Mac Brown back as head coach. 1st and 10, 8:30 left to go in the 4th. They go ace formation. Yes, you want ACC there in the Coastal. They take the snap, handoff, up the middle on a carry. That's only a gain of 2 to the 18 by Bell. Patrick puts out, you would rather see the 49ers win it all. Yeah, these two teams deserve it this season. I feel like this Baltimore team, I feel like it's just too good. But it could very well go that way in the final once again for the Super Bowl. Baltimore versus San Fran. 2nd and 8. They have it at the 18-yard line. Darnold 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Takes the snap. Back to pass by Darnold in the pocket. Launches across the middle. That one, oh, it's caught by Crowder. Tiptoeing, and he gets into the end zone. Hopefully he took the over. This went well over tonight, over that line. As the Jets have 19 on the board now. Still, we're taking a look at that line for coverage. For the Baltimore Ravens, they were 17-point favorites. They are still killing it tonight as far as covering the spread, as the score is 42-19. Jamison Crowder made the catch, bounced off a defender, tiptoed down the near sideline for the touchdown. The Jets will go for 2. 7:35 left remaining. Jets going for 2. 2 lined up to the right, 1 to the left. We got Montgomery in the backfield, lined up to the right side of Darnold. Darnold from the gun. Going to motions, Crowder over to the left side. Lines up now next to Darnold. And a delay of game, penalty. Penalty on the Jets, delay of game on the 2-point conversion. That's just bad. Just bad right there. Adam Gase and his team needs to get it together. A delay of game on the 2-point conversion. That should be known ahead of time. Wow. Yeah, the Ravens and the 49ers are like, they're the two best teams in football, in my opinion, right now. Ravens number 1, San Francisco number 2. Here comes on the 2-point attempt. It'll be interesting. I think Baltimore, it looks like most likely Baltimore will make it into the Super Bowl. Pass in the end zone left corner. They get it for the 2-point conversion. Robbie Anderson hauls it down. 42-21. Still, it's a 21-point lead. And the Ravens will get the football right back here. Right after this kickoff in just a moment. I feel like it's going to be the Ravens versus, I said before, the Ravens against the Saints. I'm still going to hold on to that Ravens against the Saints, but even though the 49ers they're still the best team in the NFC for the 49ers. But the NFC is like wide open, like much more than it is in the AFC for this season. Like, I think there could be 3 teams that go to the Super Bowl from the NFC. Maybe even 4. I'll say 3 right now. I'll say the 49ers, the Saints, and then the Seahawks. I'll put the Seahawks in that category too. I just think they had a bad game against the Rams. They just had a bad game. It was more like a wake-up call, but they're usually like a playoff team anyway for the Seattle Seahawks, as here comes on the kickoff in just a moment. And then the Packers could be like a number 4 team that could possibly make it in there, but sometimes the Packers have been inconsistent this season, like that loss against the Chargers. As here's the return, trying to run it towards the right side and get marked down around the 23. Vaughn pointing out, what would happen if UMass upset LSU in college football? The whole world would basically end if that happens. If that ever happens, if UMass upsets LSU in college football, it's probably that the whole world would end by that time. That would be the craziest thing ever. If that happens in college football, I mean, college basketball, we see upsets like all the time now. It's like the norm to get these upsets here with these games for college basketball. Like Duke against Stephen F. Austin. Kentucky getting upset by Evansville. I mean, we've seen upsets of Virginia 2 years ago in the tournament to UMBC. I mean, we see those type of upsets, but we don't really see those for college football. We haven't seen them in a long time. We saw Appalachian State against Michigan, but that's over a decade ago. 1st and 10. They take the snap. As now RG3 is into the game, screens it towards the left side. That ball is incomplete. Short of the fullback, Patrick Ricard, with 7:25 remaining. Yes, so they cut the lead in half. No hope, though, but they tried. Still, they're not covering. The Jets are not covering the spread. Ravens were favored by 17. They hold a 21-point lead. Hopefully, if any of you guys bet on this game tonight, if you're listening, hopefully you took the over for this game, because you don't want to take the under for this point explosion tonight. 7:25 left to go in the 4th. Jackson from the gun. Or RG3 this time. RG3 in the game. Back up for Jackson. Takes a snap. As RG3 will run it this time down the right sideline past the 40, out of bounds. Got dragged down. That it looked to appear to be maybe a late tackle by the Jets, but they're not going to call it. As now it'll be about a 3rd down. I thought that was a late tackle out of bounds by Kennedy. Patrick puts, to be honest, he doesn't think Kentucky's got it this year. Haven't played a real game yet, still playing junk teams that they're barely winning. Yeah, there's still a lot of time, though, for basketball. Still a lot of time to change that around. RG3 going into the gun on the 3rd and 6. Let's see here. I'll bring up what they've done with their schedule so far. As that will be a quarterback keeper up the middle by Griffin. Didn't get enough for the 1st down, though. Gain of 2 in the carry. Let's see. I just want to see what Kentucky has played so far this season. 7-1. 7-1. Okay, yeah, they've played junk teams. Next 4 games, though, will be really good. They got all power conference opponents for the rest of the season, though, for Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky, Evansville, Utah Valley. That's concerning me right there. Is that 12-point victory over Utah Valley back in November. Mount St. Mary's, they beat by 20. Lamar, UAB. UAB, too, they only beat by 11. Again, they only beat UAB by 11. Fairleigh Dickinson, they won in the last game. Fairleigh Dickinson and Mount St. Mary's, those two teams are from the same conference. Those two teams are from the NEC. That's like the worst basketball conference. I don't know why they scheduled that conference. That conference is usually in the 16 playing game on opening day for the first four of the tournaments. Usually the NEC against the SWAC, and then the MEAC usually plays against another weak conference too. We got multiple flags in the field. 5:32 left remaining. Thoughts on UMass golf? I honestly did not even know that they had a golf team. Ravens taking a false start on the punt as Harbaugh is smiling over here. He is doing what Bill Belichick did on Monday Night Football earlier this year, waiting until the Jets keep on declining their penalties to get this game done and over with. 4th and 14. And that clock will still tick down. They're just doing that to keep that clock running, as they'll punt off the football now. As that's a line drive punt by Sam Cook, and it gets fielded at the 20. They take it up towards the left side, past the 25, down to the 30, 35, 40 out of bounds around the 41. On the return, there's a flag down, though. So we'll take a look at the flag. I had no clue that UMass even had a golf team. And there's a penalty flag in the play, holding by the Ravens. So holding by Baltimore with 5:13 left remaining. Okay, so they do have a golf team, but it's not competitive. It looks like it's a club team. So it looks like they have a club team, which isn't part of the actual, like, yeah. It isn't part of the actual sports program. When Kentucky does play the powerhouse teams, they probably won't stand a chance. Like Louisville, they probably won't stand a chance there. They also take on Ohio State, too. That's going to be a good game on Sunday. 5:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. They go ace formation. They take the snap, play action, back to pass, in the pocket, steps up, releases. That one's tipped and incomplete. Is that Sunday or Saturday for Kentucky, Ohio State? Just going to see here. Actually, I think it's the following week. I think it's the following Saturday. So Jets with the football, 2nd and 10 coming up. Let's see here. I think that's when the... Yeah, that's Saturday the 21st. Oh, man, that's too bad. Yeah, I won't be able to cover that one either, because the Patriots game, unfortunately, got put for a Saturday instead of a Sunday, so it threw me off my schedule for that week. Here's a handoff up the middle. Le'Veon Bell takes it to at the 42-yard line. Sundays are for the NFL, and the NFL scheduling committee decided to schedule the Patriots game on a Saturday for December 21st instead of when they usually play on a Sunday, which is unfortunate because if the Patriots game wasn't on that Saturday, I'd be able to cover Ohio State, Kentucky, but I can't. Yep, they play Georgia Tech next. Yeah, they should be able to win that game. Georgia Tech's at like the very bottom of the ACC. Here's a handoff up the middle to carry to at the 40. Le'Veon Bell, by the way, has got his most rushing yards in the New York Jets uniform. Le'Veon Bell tonight, 22 carries for 89 yards. Has yet to hit 100 this season. 4:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. 4th and 1, Jets go for it, and this play gets blown dead. This play gets blown dead. We're going to go to the ref here, who says the Ravens took a timeout. So Ravens take a timeout with 4:07 left to go now in the fourth quarter, in the 4th and 1. Which college team is good at golf? I have no clue. Probably like UCLA or something. Let's see here. I'll take a look, see who's got college golf titles under their belt. Men's Division I Golf Championships. Stanford, I think, won the last season. Darnold throws right side. That pass is incomplete. And the Ravens will take over now. Looks like Stanford won back in 2019. for the golf championships. Okay, team titles for golf. This is what I got, Vaughn. Let's see here. NCAA titles. 16 titles won by Houston. Yet the last title that the Houston Cougars won was back in 1985. They won a bunch of titles from 1956 to 1985. Oklahoma State won the title in 2018. 2019, Stanford won it. So 11 titles by Oklahoma State for golf. 9 totals by Stanford, as the fourth down conversion was no good. And the Ravens going to get back to football here with RG3. They go from the pistol. They take the snap, handoff to Gus Edwards up the middle. No gain on the carries. They have it still at the 40. Patrick putting out, yeah, this has been a really slow second half, but at least they're scoring now. Yeah, very, very slow second half here, as we got less than 4 minutes left remaining in this game. As far as the golf titles, Oklahoma State, Stanford. Stanford with 8 national championships for golf. 2019, 2007 are their most recent. LSU with 5 national titles for golf, for men's golf. 2015 was their last championship. The Florida Gators with 4. North Texas and the Mean Green with 4 titles. I'll take a look at, let's see here. I'll take a look at, as that is a run by Gus Edwards. Oh, he's breaking out down the left sideline, past the 35, and dragged down around the 31. Inside Jets territory as we approach the 3-minute mark left to go. Let's see here. I'll take a look at the college golf titles for the women's side for golf here for you, Vaughn. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Arizona State. So, for Vaughn, Arizona State has the best women's golf team. Their last national title was back in 2017. Duke is number 2 for their golf team. They also won the national title last year in 2019. Here's a handoff up the middle past the 30 to the 28-yard line, and the carry by Gus Edwards. So we have 2:20 left to go in the fourth quarter now. Arizona. Wow, that's a good rivalry then in golf. Arizona and Arizona State, number 1 and number 3 in most women's golf titles. San Jose State. Wow, so San Jose State's actually good at the sport. It's golf. UCLA, USC, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Miami, Tulsa, Stanford, Washington, TCU, Purdue. So those are the top programs for on the women's side of golf. Second and 8 coming up as we have 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Which college needs to learn to not be a golf school? There we go with Duke again. Duke is a golf and basketball school, and appears to be. Arizona State is an all-golf school. Oklahoma State, though, is they're usually one of those teams. They don't have like the strongest football program, but they're usually in the top 25. They'll hand this one off to Justice Hill up the middle, past the 25, and gets the first down at the 20-yard line with under 2 minutes left to go. 42-21. First and 10 now by the Ravens. Thanks so much, guys, for being a part of the stream tonight. The next football stream I plan to do will be the Patriots against the Bengals on Sunday at 1. I plan to do that stream for you guys, so feel free to drop by if you're around on Sunday. Feel free to stop by, say hello. As far as basketball, I do plan to stream a game tomorrow for the NBA for basketball, so I do plan to do that as well. As this will be a quarterback keeper by RG3 as he tries to get down the left side. He gets tackled at the 19, no gain on the play. He was tackled in bounds too, so that clock still runs. But what a game by the Baltimore Ravens as we approach the final minute tonight. Lamar Jackson inside the Jackson 5. He will get MVP this season, that is for sure. Lamar Jackson cementing that MVP type caliber performance once again tonight. 15 for 23 passing, 212 passing yards, 5 passing touchdowns by Lamar Jackson. He also rushed the ball in 8 carries for 86 yards on the ground, averaging 10.8 yards per carry tonight. And this team was just all over the map here. Lamar Jackson spreading it out to 5 different targets for touchdowns. Mark Andrews, 4 catches, 52 yards, a TD grab. Miles Boykin had a touchdown catch. Mark Ingram from the backfield had a touchdown catch. Marquise Hollywood Brown also, he had the 4 receptions, 45 yards, and a touchdown grab. And Seth Roberts tonight, 3 catches for 66 yards. The Ravens take a knee on the last snap, and this game is over. Thanks so much, guys, for being a part here at the channel tonight on Final Yard Football on YouTube. Next stream, I plan to do Patriots against Bengals here on the football channel, 1 o'clock on Sunday. I should be back tomorrow night for basketball action as well, and Behind the Arc Basketball for an NBA game to cover. But thanks so much, guys, for being a part here at the channel. Yes, very bad loss to the Jets indeed. Vaughn's pointing out here, but this Ravens team is just absolutely way too good. This team is on fire, and they are rolling and rolling and rolling as they improved to 12-2 this season for the Baltimore Ravens. They are just certainly unstoppable this season. Hey, thanks again, Patrick, my man. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by. And this is Final Yard Football on YouTube. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. Enjoy. And thanks so much for stopping by here as the Baltimore Ravens win big in this one, 42-21.